Boom.
Hello guys, here we are.
Got some long spawns if they want to try and change.
We're live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. We're watching
with the AWP.
IEM Cologne
It's going to be late
2026 Boom versus Mongols.
MztrDale.
We're late, but yeah,
Never mind.
here we are.
Play this one with pace, but look at this aggression.
How's this? A sweep through from the AWP and easy pickings. MztrDale's down 9-10, using that perfectly. The smoke completely nullifying the flame. They are out long though. He's calling for backup. Bazinho turns tail. He's in the open, but 9-10 has saved him there. Just by
wall bang.
a hair. MztrDale, however, takes down the AWP for a 4-on-3. They are aggressive on long side. All three of them committed to this.
You're preparing for flash.
With Bazinho low, you've got Blitz cooking up that flank.
They're distracting them. Distraction. Who's flanking? Okay. Blitz? Yeah, Blitz flanking.
Further, an angle over the top. Cobra unable to finish his meal. MztrDale finds his
Come on, Blitz! Come on, Blitz!
And that is
what?
The kill!
Come on, man!
Blitz didn't find the headshot. Zorti with a quick flick puts us back into a 2-on-2. Could this be
Why would you
Boom's
shoot
first
like
round?
that? Why would you tap it? Like,
I think it might be. I think it
spray
might
it,
be.
man!
Oh, gets away from the flames. He's still a dead man.
Dead man.
Boomich makes it so. Techno in a 1 versus 2. They've just been slowly whittled away at. He mantles up, looking for Boom. Finds that clean headshot. Now knows Zorti on the long. It's AK versus an AWP.
You having a smoke?
Planted for that platform. He's going to have to get down into the pit to find the angle. And Techno's going to be peeking into it.
Okay, there he goes.
Okay,
there it is.
Find an angle for the defuse. He's looking for utility. Picks up the kit. Now he's got to get back up there. A 5-second defuse. Will it get uncomfortable for Zorti at all? You'd feel like he has the advantage. Now he's in the post-plant position. He can see your elbow. And he'll secure the round.
Nice try, though.
Okay, had to fight for that one. Another
Nice
opening
try,
kill
but
going in the favor of the Mongols there. They've been flawless in that department, but they do drop their first round.
You're in his line of
and
sight.
Blitz, well, that's what it comes down to. You had the opportunity to win the round right there and then, and you've missed in the back line. This is Zorti swiveling into it.
I mean, we're playing, you know, world-class Counter-Strike. You got to hit the head.
Yeah, you can't be missing those. So we'll punt that one in, and the first full bite has worked out nicely. Everything they want and more is 9-10 will just take the fight. Look at the nade, the fight through, and another opening kill. He keeps stacking them. That's the third one for 9-10 early.
It's good to see him in good form. 11-2. CT side does too. You want to see Europa making the play, providing the opening incision.
In lieu of
what a weird flash.
Being the main guy on this team. It's Blitz being aggressive long now. They're going to have to keep tabs on this. Flamus is aware that earlier in the play, MztrDale was the man pushing. These rounds are so tough for BetBoom, having to operate down a man early almost every round at this point. It's starting to get out of control. At least you've maintained base level info on the map.
I'm curious when we get that replay how much 9-10 can see in the HE black smoke. Because Zorti didn't see a thing.
If you're able to stay too strong on B like this, you're not being pulled towards the mid to B. It's a total setup, so Cobra and Techno are in a good position to shut this one down.
MztrDale ahead of the smoke, and Cobra's error. We was caught off guard, but he's managed it so well. Hectic. Boom. Puts the AWP onto Blitz. Catches his push top mid, but it feels like a consolation frag at this point. Cobra's done the dirty work on B.
Yeah, it looks like it might just be a long save here. Boom over towards long. MztrDale is still going to try his luck.
Just don't over-peek it. There you go.
And MztrDale will follow. So 5-1, 4-round gap, continuing to stack the rounds. Fierce on the mic. So coach contributed to the convo now. The money's all over the shop. You've got the high end of MztrDale at 4.5, the low end. Well, after Flamus has started to invest at 1.6, but he's got himself a Deagle and Kev. So it is going to have to be partial by territory before they can get the guns out again. Only one plant up into this point. Not a single opening kill.
Here it is from 9-10's POV. Yeah, wow. Okay, plenty of vision. For Zorti, less so. And yeah, you thought Cobra's error could have got caught on the dismount. The fact he leaves with both of the kills and alive. Yeah, frustrating death for MztrDale.
His
When you
teammate,
start
his
to
teammate
commit,
blocked
you know,
him.
you kind of feel like you're putting the round up for debate. Cobra ended that quickly.
I want to still try and keep this round close.
Should go
See
wide.
if they can take a bit of a chunk out of this Mongol's money. MztrDale ready to pop in a B.
Yeah, hoping for an overextension here. Cobra's error so far is past the test.
And they're starting strong B every time, right? They don't want to be losing rounds to these pops or last tick of the molly. They have the long control. They've denied the B pop. Let's meander back over into CT to shore up the mid to B possibility. And really, this is on MztrDale. He was the driving force on the rifle, even though it's a secondary AWPing. That's stage 2. Him and Flamus, two highest rated players on this team so far, and it's MztrDale at number 3. So it's the rifling core. It's doing the heavy lifting. Up and towards A they go. The Glocks to lead the charge. MztrDale needs to find the trade so they can take some space. Oh, that's well placed. Slows things down, segregates for now. Oh, edging around it, excuse me. Blocking each other, wanting to get the smoke out. This is
Oh, yeah, not ideal. MztrDale,
Ooh.
that was the rifle. Flamus at least able to pick it
9-10.
up. 9-10's just out
Ace.
of his way with them.
Ace!
4 quick kills, he has 16 and 2, a KD of 8.
What happened?
We are just in round 7.
He's got 6 multi-kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and you consider the openings, he's now 4-0 in that department. He's sitting on a heater right now, 9-10. Well, he won't be getting the final kill of this one. Cobra Zero is going to have to take it, and that'll be round confirmed. So, 9-10. Fantastic form right now. And Blitz is back in the middle. I'm not sure if that's a change that's happened in recent tournaments or not, but there has been a period of time where it was Techno who moved to the middle, and we're asking, why is Blitz on the end? And they've just gone, oh, Blitz wanted to sit at the end. So I will have to go back and scrub through the CAC. I wasn't paying too much note there in terms of the seeding order, but it's something I've noted now. The people at home will be able to take a look for us, but back into the guns, BetBoom.
Will we see another one as far as openings go for the Mongols, or can BetBoom wrestle for that early control? Looks like there's a clear game plan. The fact that Flamus is just holding util.
A little bit squeamish as well in terms of getting this map control, because you have been getting poked and prodded, right? You've got the fight towards suicide early. You've also got him being aggressive short, so they need to respect everything. So slow the rounds down. Don't give away the opening kill within the first 15 seconds, and then start to work on your map control, which is starting to manifest now. So MztrDale and Boomich in combination will get lower and Xbox space.
They're doing like a long distance of Angar smokes. Or at least one on the top of the wall. You're not ready for that, are you, Flamus? And Zinho set up to succeed by 9-10's boost earlier on.
Look at this.
Yeah, and that's going to catch MztrDale.
Cobra clears.
Yes, that's if you considered it. Still, Zorti's going to get a jump scare.
Techno going to be screaming.
This is backwards now.
The bomb is behind Cobra.
Okay, he doesn't know that. MztrDale does. Can't handle Cobra Zera. He's defending B from inside the tunnels. Crazy individual form already. Nothing for Boom. Good luck, have fun. The bomb got to get past Cobra, and he can't get past him. Brings the AK through.
Almost
3
died.
kills deep from Cobra Zera.
Okay, this is starting to look like a stomp right now, and not just because of the scoreline of 7-1, but in terms of just how easy these rounds are. Openings are flowing. 7 combined between 9-10 and MztrDale. So they just keep adding these to the tally, and the fact that they even get away with this, right? Cobra gets into the back line, doesn't even know that he's got that bomb at toe, and then just slaughters them. So getting hammered as it will just be a partial. It's a hefty looking, oh, never mind, they're fully shoved. Yeah, they've gone all in. They want a long pop. They're going to bring some brawl to this.
Okay, test for Blitz. What have you got? A flash in his face, and then on the double dip, finds MztrDale to
First opener.
what with his nades out.
What a
First
trade, man.
opener. Is that real life?
Uh-oh.
Quickly
Uh-oh.
equalized by Zinho, and he's done one better. Bowls down MztrDale.
Reaction on the radar as well. Cobra taking upper tunnels. They know that you're committed to long.
You're already in a bit of a pit of despair.
Remember, this is your map. This is what you've turned to throughout the major stage 1, stage 2 so far, and you're just getting blanked. This is not a feeling that BetBoom have had.
The stage 3 teams are here, and they are making quite the announcement of their presence.
17-2 on 9-10, right? So this is just absurd output.
That's how you pick car,
Doesn't got
huh?
any more.
Maybe you saw what Donk
Boost
was up
and
to.
then jump.
Yeah, perhaps. The nonchalant sniper primed and ready to rack up, and it's the 18th frag. Round 9. Hang on, he's got Techno under pressure. Zorti was trying to throw the nades, and 910 puts him down.
Oh!
Good one back.
Oh!
Hang on, MztrDale heating up. He's made it an equal affair. Techno not in a position to stop the cross here. Cobra is just hoping for that little exposed head. He's going to throw out a smoke that enables Techno to close the gap. That's the fight. Perfect, Techno. Onto MztrDale, puts Boomich into the clutch. Knows where they both are. He's only got 20 seconds. Bomb on his back, but he wants to try and isolate a duel, or he's just going to back away for the orb. Okay, catches Techno. You weren't expecting that, were you? Get the bomb planted. Cobra is going to try and use this moment to close the gap a little. 1v1. Can Boom get something started? Can their captain get that second round on the board? It's necessary at this point. Stops the bleed and steps up for the team. It's a second timeout immediately.
Okay, well,
for the kill.
Going here. They can still salvage this, but it's going to be a long way back. It's money for another full buy coming in for the Mongols, and then you've got the residual cash that's going to linger a little bit on 3 of the 5 players. So Fierce knows they're going to be up against it. And because it was only Boomich there, the last man alive winning out that clutch, their money's not even great on this T side either. A couple of Galils to complement. The AWP passed across into the hands of Zorti. So this one is still going to be rough. 910 finding this dent and then just gets emboldened, hitting everything at the moment, so you can understand the swing. They've taken a couple of these fights. I think that's one of the keys in a brawly moment. It levels out in my mind, right? Boom versus Mongols, both these teams can shoot extremely hard, but so far it's just been opening kill after opening kill. And you start with the pistol with that 1v2 clutch from Cobra. That really set the tone.
Come on, IEM. Come on, production.
Pick up any momentum. The tail end of the first half on your map choice. Rubbing with the AWP towards B. Blocked. And that's just how it's gone throughout. AWP stays fishing on Zorti. See if they can catch them. Liking now the smoke's faded. The jump spot from Techno. Susceptible. Oof. Looks like that info went one way in the initial. Lurk smoke comes in. As they are working on this standard map control. So slow and steady. Going to win the race with this one, Boom. Race with this one, Boom. Race with this one, Boom. Race with this one, Boom.
Crisscross. Looks like there's going to be bodies behind them as well. Blitz does have that HE to break, and he's exposed. MztrDale trying to line up the Molotov, so does catch him. Another opening kill for Mongols. 30 seconds. DillaDez trying to get cheeky around the smokes, but it's another smoke break, and now MztrDale, he's not going to get flashed. You're back exposed, and he's going to go down. Job done. Round 1. Flammers 20 seconds with no bomb. This one seems set in stone. Picks himself up the AWP. Zorti would like that, but actually hits it onto Blitz.
That's not bad.
Yeah, okay.
Not bad, yeah.
There's still 8 to the CT side.
Yeah,
that is bad.
And the 2, when you frame it, being a clutch from Boomich and a missed shot from Blitz, right? That's the reason that they have 2 rounds on the board right now. So getting absolutely ragdolled. This is a very good sign, right? We normally talk about teams who are in previous stages coming in a little bit more warmed up, right? They've been in the setups, they've been in the environment, they're ready to go. MztrDale saying they came out of a boot camp. That's a very good sign, right? I'm talking about this team as an enigma. We don't really know, when they're practicing, when they're not, where are they even practicing, and how quality can it be? That's clearly on point right now for the major. Another round that's going to be hard to salvage. 9-10 on the line. That'll be a damn good flash, Zorti.
Yeah, I don't know if this flash is sufficient for
It's going to have to be perfect.
It's kind of perfectly on the line. He's just going to pull the trigger. Yeah, okay, so flash connected, but so did the AWP bullet. Amplifying some pressure now, trying to crunch into A. MztrDale again playing this disruptive forward position. Up against a Tech 9, though, it's a bit more up in the air as to who wins this duel. Long goes first, draws attention, confirms the AWP on site. Now Short starts asking questions, and it's Blitz that provides the answer. Beautiful, just dunked on.
Nice nade.
I think the landscape of the buy there makes that a little bit easier for the Mongols, but you should never be winning around in that situation when you don't have the long control and also you don't have short, right? The fact that you can get collapsed upon at any time, but fortunately it was that line to buy scenario. And 10 adds another opener to that list, and he's looking to start off with steaming form. This is wild. He is running away with his 21-4. Insane performance early. Let's see if they keep it up for the close, if this is just absolute domination from start to finish. Out long.
Yeah, okay, this is a bit quicker than they were anticipating. The corner smoke, or rather the full long smoke, has given Nino something to play behind. How's he done that? Just a premonition.
Looks a bit like bullying at the moment, and now with the double AWPs in the mix, they even are out to get all this tunnels control. MztrDale, when he's owning upper tunnels, it might actually be a fight that favors him against the AWP at the lower. Never mind.
Okay, yep. Cobra reveals the secondary AWP, but he's holding car. It's just perfect from Azinho. Finally failed in combination with Zorti's pick on the AWP. Flash, but they're not pushing through. They just want to delay you a little further. Buys time for Techno to get up the short Xbox. I say that, it's actually Boom. Maybe audible to Techno, but he's leaving with the bomb. He's playing for another clutch.
Oh, so he has to live during all of this, just hearing a bit of a fuss.
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, he's going to be noted now.
Okay, now they know. Bomb was in middle doors. Does that give Techno? Yep, a back turned. Oh
nice.
Dear. Zorti catching Cobra. Zera puts it all onto Techno. A 1v1
Nice.
established.
1v1.
Boomich trying to once again provide another clutch. It would be a second for their third round. Plants it and dips into tunnels.
Yeah, Techno's just going to let this smoke fade. He's got the kit, so he's got the time. At least remove one moment of ambiguity before going for this.
That time ticks away. Looks great for Boomich to end this half with a third. Something to hold on to for Bet Boom. Touch on the bomb, and Boomich does reveal his position, but the clock against Techno here. All he can do is hope and pray. Doesn't get the kill he needed.
Nice
Boom,
one.
3, Mongols 9. We've got a 21 frag haul from 9-10 on the half, and this series has only just begun. Stay tuned.
Nine. Daniel, the leaders first of Bet Boom team, first major. Alexandre Zorte, Zogod Yerko, Zogodi Rinko, Zagodi Rinko, first major, AWP, topper. In-game leader, 10th major, Kirill Bumbla, Mikhailov, Bet Boom team. Rifler, second major, Kirill Magnugis Rodnov, Bet Boom team. They're all Russian? Bet Boom. Yeah, they're all Russian. 8th Major, Garid Magnael Blitz. Rifler, 2nd Major, Adnar Bileg Cobrazera Ugan Bayar. Rifler, 8th Major, Zud Bayar Techno 4K Monkbold. Monk, is that how you say it? Monk or pronounce it? Youngbull. AWP 5th Major, Usak Bayar 910 Pans Raj. Rifler 5th Major, Ayush Mizino Batbold. Batbold? Cute kid. I'm just gonna pinch your cheek.
Stage 3. We got the big boy table now, the top 16 of the IEM Cologne Major for 2026. And the first map, first half, we've seen the introduction, the Mongols, a little dip into the form. And already looking pretty good. This, Chad describes them as an enigma. Well, if this first half's anything to go by, Mongols once again making a play for playoffs. They've got a stage 1 team that's run all the way to stage 3 in BetBoom as their first opposition. And this is supposed to be comfort turf for them. Only mustering 3 rounds, 2 of which come off a boomage clutch. We've got forward position from MztrDale to be disruptive to their spread. We've even got a bit more util. Softened them up further. Off the flash, MztrDale set up to succeed. Beautiful work in combination with Flamus. They crunch in. Techno fighting tooth and nail. Gets them both. Okay, that's going to deny a lot for BetBoom. A 1 versus 2 for Techno, just wins it in tunnels.
It's going to be tough still getting into the B site. They don't have a smoke for doors. It's Techno with a decoy. Dilladez outside worried about the mid to B. And oh, they're going to be passed. He's going to catch this late.
Yeah, he has no idea. They're already flooded into the
There
site
we go.
now. Oh, okay, spotted the whole squad. We'll relay the information. Got a surge forward. He does hit a quick flick, and 910 saved by the bricks. Hang on a second. They're making a strong case for this. Zorti can't handle it. Another one coming in through for Techno for his 3rd, and the rest putted in. This is leisurely now. You've got yourself the pistol. You're already on double digits. You could walk this across the finish line for the first map.
I like the fact that they played aggressively on the pistol and didn't just get scared and start turtling up, right? They're still bringing a little bit of that tenaciousness that BetBoom and their individuals have in store. But this is the smile on the face of Cobra saying it all. It's both pistol rounds. He's the man who clutched it to kick things off on this map. So really setting the tone for the team as Blitz continues to do so. Up against the Eco, they're just going to get to shred. It's tough when 2 of your rounds are clutches, I guess technically 3, and then you've really struggled with opening kills. It wasn't even really like you were getting dictated to. I like the plays early from Xenia going for that long push, right, catching them off guard. We also had them being quite dynamic with the same over towards B, and 910 was looking for a lot of picks within the early stages, but either way, BetBoom shell-shocked right now, and they're going to struggle to piece this one together. Conceding the 11th by opting for the eco, but at least that means they'll get a gun round coming up next. So all the way out mid to B, there's 2 players tucked in towards bricks, both actively peeking, so info will be given on one, and Dilladez has now tucked down his head. He might get overlooked for a moment. No, never mind, he's trying to play wide, so go down to the window play there and swept under the rug, so 4 staying alive. 11-3, the buy now will take shape for BetBoom.
This is the round to dictate if there is any more to be said about Dust 2. Supposed to be a bit of a gimme, or rather a must-win.
A must-win.
A must-win.
A must-win.
Framing.
Yeah, I think that Yanko was discussing the weaknesses in the Mongols map pool recently.
Yeah.
It's just we're basing that off of a team that we don't know how seriously they're taking the other events, right? As long as they get that #1 spot in the Asian VRS, they're a stage 3 team, and that's by their own doing. But the fact that this squad has been in a major grand final this time last year back in Austin. Most successful team from the region ever, and there's a reason for it. It's the default spread, going through the motions, a bit more conviction than what we saw from Betboon, but you've got a whole lot of rounds to play with, so you can understand why. It's Betboon who are going to constantly be responding to this. You can see it there with the block util. Trying to get answers over towards short, so they're parked behind this smoke. It's fading now, and they also back off. So they were ready to play for the execute. 2 men close mid doors. I think they'll look for a timing. This flash catches both of them there.
They're going to go for this crawl from Flammers. Does catch Cobra Zera just ahead of the assault. Now Boomich actually goes further forward. 9-10 core. MztrDale activates from the door position. They crunch in on the short side. And this is clean. 5 alive, not a single point of damage. There's one discrepancy handed their way by Blitz, but okay. Signs of life from Betboon CT side.
Yeah, that's their best round yet. We've finally seen them put together something comprehensive from start to finish. That was a round where, sure, they took the eco. This first round by, it doesn't have the sword yet. WP is definitely lacking U2, and they still get the job done. So this is promising. Whether or not you take this map, you want to warm into things. 9-10 doesn't have the AWP, but he's got a scout looking for a tag on the cross, and doesn't land it. They'll get DilliDez and MztrDale across safely. Look at the pace on this.
Yeah, okay. Accelerating. Boomich audible. He's not ready for this. Oh, a sitting duck. Blitz. He's the one to find a nice opening kill, a free opening kill. Boomich is going to be very frustrated to have conceded that.
Yeah, he's just playing to do damage towards lower tunnels.
He's not ready for that kind of speed.
He's expecting a default, right? They've done completely out of the box move there, straight up cap. Haven't gone the standard 2 tunnels, 1 back mid, and they've done it on a much quicker timing. So Boomich, he's been the hero in some of these clutches, but now just has to sit back and watch and see if his team can salvage this. Flammers gets answers back short.
This is a very favorable fight if Techno does get caught. If he remains tucked, though, there's a chance they get close enough that this Tech-9 is overlooked. Okay, nearly 2. Cobra Zera ensures they both die after all, but Techno, great output with his forward position, and now Zorti's a dead man. Nice shooting from Mzinho. It's 12-4.
Yeah, this is casual. Comfortable stuff.
What a frustrating way to die as well. Just Techno burrows in with his pistol early.
There's levels to this thing, and the Mongols are showing stage 3 teams. They pack a whole different level of punch.
And like just the calculation, like you said, that isn't a default. You're just assuming, okay, well, there's no warp. Maybe no one's holding middle early. Boomich is still trying to stop and disrupt the lower tunnels clears. And the last round got caught by 2 CTs playing close doors, fast short flank. This time, Techno, yeah, he feels like he got robbed. He wanted both of them.
Well, he's done enough to secure this one.
Yeah, this is a ugly looking bye. Round 17.
Yeah, some contact was taken long there. Mzinho was spamming through the smoke, so knows that they started heavy long. Just walking quietly up cap for the fight, and there you have it, Zorti with the opener.
Yeah, wasn't ready for the off angle of Flammers. He'll drop down, and ooh, in combination with the HE, another body drops. Looking for something back, and yeah, Boomich will catch him, so information flows. I think I just heard Flammers screaming.
Yeah, he 100% was. Techno's been noted now. DilliDez should be able to cut him off at the pass, if not MztrDale. So this round is another one, an extension of play, unless Techno can do something absolutely nutty. DilliDez says no. And they can find themselves some upgrades to continue this one. So just stalled out on short. No way forward, no way back, and that'll be another one. Two AKs, a glue, a couple of Tech-9s in the mix. Well, they've won around with less, so let's see if they can do it again.
You're going to have to need to see names other than Boomich at the top of the table as well.
Double mid smoke to try and ruffle these breaks. Really help them at least secure the short control or even the presence of the idea, right? Okay, well, if they're using the double smoke, they really want this short control. They put it straight into a mid to B off of this. MztrDale has already responded. It's already a Dilladez on the side. So the question is, can MztrDale get across, or does he just want to defend and stay in close proximity to help out a potential A play? Util's in the air.
Oh, he got spotted, caught by the flash, and they did spot MztrDale. Underhand flash. Oh, it catches Dilladez, but he still removes Blitz's head. They're accelerating into B. The flashes do work, but Zorti, in combination with Dilladez, are defending solid. Last man through the smoke. Dilladez closes it down with 5 frags combined. Zorti and Dilladez deliver.
All right, well, their easiest round yet is coming up now. It will be the eco for the Mongols. Hard to justify any investments at this point at all. Everyone just sitting around that 1900 loss bonus mark. I wonder if Mara just wants to take the timeout going into the next round, right? No need to take it now. Let the boys take the eco. Cobra's chipped in with the deagle, so ooh, no, he sold back. I was going to say, really hampered their buy going forward. And it's not like you need this to restart the campaign.
That's just the in-game body language for, can we win soon? Can we end this?
Yeah, I think you may as well just, look, throw this one to the wayside, give them the 7th, take the timeout with Mara, have a longer conversation, see what spawns you get. It's us too, right? If you get some long spawns, maybe we want to use those.
True.
And you still haven't seen an AWP in the mix, and the fact that nobody's gone down, that means that a decision has to be made from Zorti. Does he want to throw away that AK? Right, give that over to, actually he's got the M4, excuse me, but does he want to throw it away and bring out the AWP? Right, that's a question he has to ask himself, and he will. So they understand that the Maz will have their best buys going forward. And there it is, the Mara timeout. So he's going to be very happy with the position that they found themselves. Is that an Mzinho yawn? I think it was. Okay, yeah. So a little bit casual for him at this point, but could get serious very quickly. And 9-10 put in an absolute shift to get them to this point. Wasn't the only one hitting hard, but he was the one delivering time and time again, whether it was the openers, whether it was the multi-kills.
Oh, they put such a dampener on the T side. 4-bet boom.
They don't have those long spawns to work with, so likely just to see them operate with more of a standard round in this one. Now that Zorti has brought out the AWP, we'll see if those double smokes come into the mid doors again. To eliminate the options for the AWP to find picks, just see if you can force him to be over towards Game Helper at cast, just doing standard stuff, and that's where the flashes come into play. But with this type of buy, it is lacking key pieces of utility. So Mongols will have a few options less in terms of how they want to get this map control or finish. It's one of the two. There'll be a trade-off there. Boom is just swinging. Doesn't want to get caught by that fast cat play again. So clears his corner, then drops his nade. Won't catch them on the timing. All Boomish's job is right now is to slow down this default, right? That's $600 investment of smokes towards the mid doors. If he can slow you down, force you to use another because you're scared of the AWP presence, his job is done. He's just rifling through these nades.
Cobra's going to be flashing for this short progression. Hoping to bait out a block smoke, but Zorti would rather sweep through and confirm his clear off his own AWP. Save your nades. Now pressure applied to that B duo. Kept at bay by the incendiary as the crisscross smokes are down. You're trying to act like you're going one way.
Time's going to be the problem. If they don't get out cleanly against Flammus, the time constraints will cost them here.
Flammus is still there. Responsible for an awful lot. Here's the flashes coming. A test for Flammus, and he stands his ground for a quick tap. Takes the head off of Tech. No, the swing easily handled. Flammus gets support
nice
for
one.
the third. It's clean in defensive long. Cobra Zera just going to try and take a couple with him, and he has done very well. A missed shot from Zorti. There's no time.
Okay.
Almost.
If he gave him that one.
Almost.
Magnus is not scared, and they're making this a whole lot more competitive. At least the scoreline looks as such. What's it for now on the trot from the CT side?
Yeah, and we'll need to be another partial coming in from the Mongols now. So Eco into buy, into partial. Not getting the bomb down in this string is starting to hurt them. But you're also seeing BetBoom whir into action, right? The teamwork, the individuals, when they're getting what they feel is fair fights, show that they can delete the Mongols themselves. 9-10 should be able to get the AWP out into the next round. He's taken the fullest of ecos. 3,400, there'll be absolutely no doubt. And trying to set up Zordi for a fight. Now, this is where you have to be a little bit more cautious on the AWP. You don't want to lose a fight to a Deagle, one bullet, and then the round starts to open from there. He's going to throw his own mid-doors block smoke to corral them. That allows him to pivot back over towards A and set himself up in one of the strongest positions. So the setup is in the right place. YouTube being juggled as well. Flammer's just throwing a little bit extra. This is just a bait U2. You can see none of the bodies moving off of the Mongols from that. So they just drop it. They're trying to siphon through more of these nades. So if they do want to find the follow through here, that hopefully there's less resistance. And that looks to be the case. It just flashes over towards A for now. So they should be able to get some room to move without Util slowing them down.
Yeah, it's just Desert Eagle, P250. And here comes that drop. Different elevations makes life difficult for Zorti. He's going to be worried about too many targets. Boomich does find two before the pistols start to fill the feed. A bomb plant would be nice. Are you able to get it? Flammers is going to try and run him down, but not able to stop it in time. So a couple of kills and a bomb plant. As far as the shopping list,
are they coming back?
The Mongols got what they wanted.
Very well handled, I think. The fact that Flammers has to be drawn over for that double, that round gets out of control otherwise. And they baited out the util, then they went for the real execute. They got the space, they were close with the P250s. So well done considering the circumstances. Now it's just a 3-round game. What was a 9-3 half is now map that's back on. Felt like it was the Mongols to seal.
Especially with your 9-3 half into pistol.
Exactly. And then you absolutely take away all hope. You let them win the first gun round, then you bounce back immediately. Their money's in the mud, and at this point, they're still in it. They're clinging on.
Spotted by his counterpart, Zorti. Does he really want to hold any sort of deeper line? MztrDale has pulled a second AWP out to try and catch them on their progressions lower. It's blitz with the bomb, but good util. Forces the AWP away. No one exposed on that break.
The plate's kind of overcrowded for Zorti because MztrDale just started the AWP A. Right? He wants the comfort of being over towards A after the mid-fights. Look at how the setup could find itself. You could have double AWPs on A, and both of them could be around CT and short. If one's long, one's short, it sounds crazy, but it can work. So Zordi has to stay committed to this. Also part of the read, Boomich over towards B to help out Dilladez.
Patience on the mid-line, finding MztrDale, puts the bomb loose at 44 seconds, so opening kill goes BetBoom's way, making a strong case to find themselves a 10th.
Might not expect the MztrDale's AWP here now. Still the util in play.
Yeah, off the second flash, looks like Blitz wants to make a play. Molly for Ram, perhaps. And go. Tapping ahead, unable to track Flammers. He's done well. Puts that AK to good use. And he's done very well. Another head just racked up from Flammers. Cobrazera, a late arrival. Hang on a second. Techno hits two in quick succession. It puts it into Cobrazera. He hasn't got the time. And they're not going to give him the fight. Dilladez will. Boom just burrows into CT to ensure the round goes their way.
Needs to save now. Couldn't win that fight. Head for the hills, son. They're trying to hunt you down, and he will get away to hold on to that AK, but this one's got close now.
They're coming back to BetBoom.
Fair play. I mean, you already put it as a must-win.
Definitely coming back, huh?
For BetBoom, it felt like that was already out of the question after the first half and Pistol in the second, but they have shown some serious resilience. That is now 6 consecutive rounds. It's 7 of the last 8.
Yeah, this happened quickly. I think one of the factors we were touching on in the first half was just the amount of opening kills. I couldn't stop talking about it. Well, in the second half, it's a bit more of a drought in that department, running with opening frags of their own on the CT side. So that's the key. They're winning these opening fights. Now, they are able to buy again. We haven't seen the Mongols really hit the ripcord and try and take long spawns, but the question is, have you got him? And right now, they've only got one. It's on Techno, so you can try and send him out, but he doesn't really have the follow-through. When the openers are coming like that, they're freebies.
Nice
does very well there to get the double. Cobra a little bit too late to be able to assist in anything really, but this one is back on, and BetBoom are believing. Mongols thought it was just going to be a walk in the park for this one. It's the wake-up call. Blerick again is Zorti.
Ooh, tried to catch him, did Cobra. Thought he could book him. Zorti still quick on the draw. On the repeat, maybe Blitz goes overlooked, playing in this little gap on the smoke. I mean, A looks vulnerable right now. They've got Zorti trapped on the B ramp side. Blitz playing around this smoke, crazy style. Flash. Oh, and another from Zorti.
What a flick, man!
But delivering in maximum capacity. 910 swallows the HE, gets spotted out. They know where you are, 910. And they're gonna find you. Techno to be shot in the back of the head by Flammers. He's at least pivoted into that. And Zorti's the next victim, but we've got ourselves at 12-11. They are fighting for overtime.
In lost rounds here, the bomb's only gone down once for Mongols, so they've just been so limited in the buy department, but obviously the max loss bonus has been in play. So they can still eke out purchases once more. It'll be more Galil heavy than AKs this time. This is, well, not even the craziest collapse that we've seen so far, is it? So seeing a comeback here in Cologne, too much of a surprise, but it felt like the Mongols should have had this one done and dusted. And everything they needed, both pistols, such a strong half, winning the rounds in the right order to really put salt in the wound.
Let's go to overtime, huh?
Well, here we are, round 24.
OT, bitch.
Are fast becoming, you know, a team we put in that category
OT.
of hard to put away. It's not over until you've got 13. Will there be a difference maker round 24? Can one of the Mongols provide that opening that seems to indicate round victor? Or will Zorti once again thrive? Okay, confirmation the AWP was there. Pulls the trigger on the flashbang.
The options feel limited, right? You've gone for this short execute a couple of times and you've really got nothing done with it. It was just the P250 and Deagle round where they were able to scale into the side. So maybe you're feeling, hey, we can try that again, but they're going to play more in your face with the rifles. They're going to try and stuff you in that choke point. They've got the weapon advantage, the util advantage. They've all got kits for this final round to play. Just one more in the comeback. It'll be complete and we'll be in overtime.
Here comes the pressure onto MztrDale. B-side, lots of questions to answer. Messi on the spray, he's lost Dilladez and he's lost his life as well. It's Mzinho, now 910, racks him up on the rotate through CT.
Got it.
In the last moment of regulation, Mongols have found their way in. Flashed, booked, Flammers doing a dance, and Mongols take that one. That was
13-11, I mean, nice run.
BetBoom have certainly warmed into things.
Warmed into things is one thing. Maybe Mongols thought, hey, you guys have got 2 stages worth of reps here. We want to get every single round out of this one. They made it sweaty, they made it close, but BetBoom, they lose their map choice. And the Mongols, we head to theirs next, to Mirage. That first half was an absolute delight. Let's throw this one to the desk.
Yeah, real solid stuff there. Real solid stuff there, of course. The first map of that first series here in that stage 3. Great resilience from the BetBoom side. Honestly, great things to grab onto from this one, but just a little too far gone. Mongols are going to go ahead and seize the day at the very end of the road there. I've got Yanko, I've got Dupree. My name is Trace. We're going to talk to you all about this game itself. Mongols BetBoom. I think something interesting to point out right off the rip here would have to be MztrDale and Dilladez.
Yeah,
versus,
I mean...
Well, versus Monty versus today.
Sure, like, we know the thing when we highlight a player is because we know we've seen some really good things from him. Stage 3, he was the second highest rated player, so of course we have to bring it up because he had a phenomenal performance in that stage. And this time around, he went missing a little bit, and I think that if he would have been a little bit more inside the server today, it could have been even closer. But it was 2 teams that struggled to find their groove on the T sides with a lot of mistakes piling up. But the CD sides for both teams seems to be working in tandem of how to approach the CD side Silent does too. But Among Us had also maybe, I wouldn't say took it for granted, but at least got a small reminder that even if you have a big lead, you still gotta, you know, stick to the plan.
Asleep at the wheel, perhaps, to begin with?
I think it's just for MztrDale was fewer opportunities. I think Mongols did a great job on their CT side, shutting him down. We saw 9-10 a couple of times, go short immediately, just find the entry on him, pre-smoking the molly. I think that's just good preparation from the Mongols. And I think it's for their dust too. Their T sides have been a struggle. You know, like they only win not even 30% of the rounds on their T side. So they got a little bit ahead of themselves early on when they could have closed the game out 13-4, right? They're playing against a weak buy and they're just contacting up short, giving away fights and so on. And you could just see why, you know, Mongols have been struggling on Dust 2 on that T side to really rack up rounds when it comes to the gun rounds. And luckily they had one in their pocket for that final one to close out the game.
I think the last round actually was a very great call from the Mongols. I think the round previous to that one was one of the issues that I do see with the Mongols, that it just gets too individual. You lose the first frag, then you have someone that tried to save the day by you know, salvaging the situation, by also making an individual play, and it just gets by one, and that's what Mongols they've loved to do for a long time. But you also have to back that up with a lot of individual skills. But it just spiraled out of control. And the last round to actually get it over the finishing line, it was the short utility fake that also caused Bedboom off guard, and then the B split just worked in tandem and they closed it out. So it was good to see that at least they learned from the mistakes throughout the game and just did something together for the last one.
Yeah, albeit we did see MztrDale with a nice yawn in there at one point, but also what we did see is very early on 9-10 getting some freedom of movement around that long A area, pushing out towards middle, really kind of just running up in Bedboom stuff there. We can take a look at round 3.
Yeah, I think round 3 is one of the examples that I think that Mongols did really well for their CT side. You know, MztrDale at this point also, like in the beginning, it's like 130 in the round, and he's already killing the first guy in the back, just causing so much chaos. He finds himself in T-spawn picking fights and gets a lot of info that a lot of the Bedboom players are now in tunnel. And as you can see, they're just stuck inside tunnels now. They feel like they don't have any space. They want to be trying to go for the B contact play, but then they quickly realize that there's a lot of players here. They get blocked by the smoke, and now they have to vacate and find another entry. And they run all the way back to tunnels, but at this point, you know, 9-10 has already figured it all out. He pushes top mid again, and just he puts Bedboom in so many bad situations. I think that was like the whole identity of the CT side that Mongols they came in with, that they just wanted to get information. They pushed, and they made it so difficult for Bedboom to try and figure out how to, you know, approach these rounds. You know, they were constantly looking to be a nuisance, and it's just hard to play against a team that constantly pushes you and then always have the flank. It's hard to find the solution, and I think that's also one of the reasons why Bedboom struggle.
It's also psychological warfare.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, you're playing the first gun round and the guy is pushed long doors at 130 in the round, and then after he gets a kill, he doesn't fall back. He goes into T-spawn, right? And you're like, what the hell is going on? And you know, if you're Bedboom, and they didn't get a chance to really play their game for a lot of that first half early on.
No, and it's still within the rights of that first half. MztrDale, Yanko, what do we see in round 10?
I think round 10 was after a timeout for Bedboom, and I really like the call, you know, from Fierce and Boomage here. Mongols playing with a lot of confidence, right? So you're going to throw some misdirection their way, play to the card that they might be overconfident and just over-rotate in this round. So you see the crisscross smokes on mid. They're sneaking out with 2 guys, but the bomb wants to go short. And it's just good play from Blitz, nothing crazy, standard. He sees MztrDale, gets the kill. But then even Dilladez as the second player, you know, smoke break, he gets caught. This was smoked by 9-10 before he dropped down, so MztrDale, even though he's on his own really on the A bomb side, he's behind the smoke and can still find the impact. Mongols clean up. So sometimes it's just you can do things the correct way, have the correct call, but Mongols were just on fire in that first half, doing everything right and shutting down Bedboom even in that round.
I mean, even some of the team play we just saw in CT spawn right there, breaking in the smoke and being ready to have your teammates back. It's a good thing for the Mongols when their trades are on point. I think it goes without saying.
Yeah, there's just so many good details to spot in this round, specifically like the smoke on short, I guess, for the fact that he drops down smoke short before that, so he sets up his teammate for success if they actually want to come through short. And the double break in CT, you know, it's nothing crazy. It's very like default nowadays that you break the smoke to get in for, right? But it's the second one that Dilladez tries to sneak into spawn, but then 9-10 he goes down, drops his nade as well to actually get more info. And then at the fact that MztrDale pushes up catwalk close to the smoke just sets him up for success. You see sees the flash and he just very easily dodges it and the round's over.
At this point, it's not even, 9-10 isn't smoking that because he's expecting that fake.
No.
They're just in flow state, right?
Exactly.
Like everything comes natural at that point in time, and they're making all the correct decisions. You can make an argument that all the rounds that BetBoom won in the first half was due to Mongols sort of just lacking some discipline and sort of that blitz whiff. They gave them those rounds instead of BetBoom really finding ways to win them.
I can tell you what they were smoking on, and that would be the BetBoom pack. Because 9-10, definitely numbers will back this up. He was having a good time on Dust 2.
Yeah, it's phenomenal to see that 9-10, he's stepping up to when there's no clear star to go to in Sensu, then he's the one that we have to be highlighting. I think he had a phenomenal game without getting a lot of openings, but I think at one point he was 16-2 at an 8 KD, even in the pits round, he just showed a lot of, resilience and confidence pushing all the way up to mid, finding that first kill, but always just being a nuisance, he had the whole package this game. He would be sitting on A side getting kills, pushing up short, as Yanko mentioned, trying to eliminate MztrDale in the early of the rounds, which has been a strong force for the likes of BetBoom. But even he's so confident, he goes for picks in mid, and he's just a very stable guy that finds both kills by playing defensive, but also being very progressive.
Has been such a disruptive force, really. I think 20 plus of these kills were all in the first half, all 5 of the opening kills, and just shows you how much impact can an Opper have on a map like Dust 2, right? You can't really get to playing your own game. He was shutting down some of the plays from BetBoom that they like to go for, and just once he starts feeling it, he's aggressive to a fault, right? He will overextend a few times, but also will just make it so hard to play against because that's not the right peak from him, and he still goes for it, and he still finds the kill.
Especially when you're that Opper, you're the long player. We were looking at it earlier in that half. You have that freedom of movement throughout long. You've already kind of set a presence in that moment. Sort of like the Mongols woke up and said, hey, you know what, we're going to go ahead and close out this first map so we can turn our attention right on into Mirage. The Mongols pick. Got to feel bad for BetBoom coming into this one a little bit. Mongols seemingly a little comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not sure what BetBoom would expect going into the veto. Of course, they are aware that historically Mongols really loved Mirage, and then I'm sure they gave it a chance of being in the pool. And in that sense, how do you prepare for them? Because the Mongols have always been a team that's a little bit wild, they play fast. They're going to end the rounds around the 1 minute mark. That's when they're at their best. So BetBoom, hopefully with that bit of a comeback there on Dust 2, gives them the confidence necessary to go pound for pound with the Mongols on Mirage.
I think it's one of the things that makes Mongols so difficult to play against because, they're playing this kind of Asian style where it is a little bit crazy. They want to be fighting, right? And they do it with a very high success because they have a lot of firepower, but they're also just very hard to read. And, in my time with Vitality, we tried multiple times to try and figure out what can we actually do to punish these guys. And you look at, if you want to go in and get a look at Skybox looking, hey, these guys, they like to do this. And then in another game, they do something completely different. And we've always been saying to ourselves, it's because they change something from game to game depending on what opponent they're playing against. But it's they always have, they play so much on intuition and so much on flow that it's sometimes hard to find that one thing you want to be punishing.
It is hard to find that sometimes. Let's check out just a quick quote here. We actually do have some of the team comms. So let's try to catch into this just real quick.
В какой момент мы доросли до такого, да, стали настолько пиздатой командой, которая тренировалась 7 лет вместе, и у которой есть все сценарии, все отыгрыши, и все, блядь, на уровне, что мы, блядь, расстраиваемся от поражения монголов.
Rhetorical question there? Is that sound look about right?
I guess I think it's just, keeping the team in check in terms of not getting tilt, right? Sure. Because if you allow yourself to do that against the Mongols, you're going to be tilt very quickly.
It's right? Very fast. It happened in the first buy round, probably.
They're just an annoying team to play against. Same way, Paravision is for different reasons. You can't allow that to get to you because that's just going to make it that much more difficult to deal with it.
Well, gentlemen, I hate to do this to you, but we do need to go to a quick little break so that we can't keep
Bro, you're baiting every round. What are you talking about? I had so many trades. You're trading anything. You're miles away. I carried you. Tell me game. One round. Hold on. Let me pull up CS stats. Wait, my bad.
You suck.
Settle your debates, search your profile on CS Stats, and turn on tracking to see all your games.
The pounding heart of esports beats louder here in Katowice.
They have the double peek. He's getting his shot. Unbelievable!
Something special to throw this decoy, and that's exactly what happens.
Katowice! We are back!
I want to ask as well, Ancient and Mirage, whenever you do the veto, you usually pick one of those two maps, right? Recently, they've not been as good. Do you have any feelings about why this is?
On Mirage, I think we just changed our positions, tried some new things, and
Which positions changed?
like.
Or is this secret information? Maybe I'm not sure.
It's like on Astana, Cobra, and I are changed. Like from T side, I'm going to mid, and Cobra's going to apps, and like the Star Rifler role is kind of changed on Mirage, and that was suck. Then we lost. Yeah.
So you swapped it back again?
Yeah.
Oh, you swapped it back, yeah. Okay.
So what were you saying? So Mirage is kind of, you've changed some positions
And yeah, that's because of the changing position on the Ancient. I think it's lack of practice, maybe.
Yeah.
And every other team is adapting, and
they're focusing on you as well because they know that you're picking.
because like our play style is very easy to read. Like okay, they're just doing the same things, so they adapted it. So yeah, we're trying to figure out and changing our styles.
Yeah. I know in the past from experience, like sometimes like you have a map you're struggling on, right? And you focus a lot on the weaker map, and then your good maps, you don't put focus and they become weaker. Do you think that maybe happened a little bit as well?
Yeah, like sometimes Nuke was kind of our bad map, but we focus on Nuke very long time, and Nuke is kind of okay for us, but at that time we didn't practice Ancient or Mirage, so we had some kind of momentum lost, so yeah.
Our picking map is become Nuke.
It's weird how that changes, right? Your worst map becomes your best map, just like that.
Yeah.
Again, the first base is MztrDale. He's going to hit the ground there. Oh, what a jumping double from Cole! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cole is safe luminosity with the all play.
And now Betboom with the must-win Mirage if they want to start off in stage 3 with the dub. Mongols just about by the skin of their teeth converting Dust 2 after a very well-forged comeback from Betboom.
I know 9-3 is a pretty dangerous scoreline, but 12-4 when you put them on a bad bye, the game should have been done right there and then. They've warmed back up into things. Betboom know this environment well. They've been finding success here in Cologne with this hodgepodge pieced together roster that has been plagued by user issues all year long, but they're making the best of a bad situation.
And you were a big fan of Fierce's timeout as well, just the way he was speaking to his boys.
We're a team who's been together for 7 years and talked about every situation. It's so good. Your strengths are shoot hard, right? Yes. You've got base level team play. That's the key. It's not a pug, but it's a high level one where the major stakes are what you're playing for.
And it's worked for you so far. You're in the 3rd stage of the major. You are, however, up against stage 3 teams. And of course, the tippy top of Asia is Mongols. Picking up the first map, we head to Mirage, and the desk had already highlighted way back before we even started that this is a map that's been fluctuating as far as the strength for Mongols.
All right, Mirage.
Get off to a pistol start.
They're hearing about some position
On
changes
one
as well, so some practice, probably well spent. They even changed the seeding order. Well, again, Blitz is finally back in the middle.
Where a captain should be.
Oh, fast B split, pressure on.
Underhand flash just narrowly didn't catch Mzinho, and so he's able to just flatten the defense. I say that, Zorti's here. Can't find the head he needed.
Looking for 3 for 3 for pistols, and
nice
that
one.
Confirmed with that frag. Good luck, Flammus.
He's going to need it. They're not messing around. It's Blitz that's playing actively for the info. They've got this nice crossfire from bench and short side. He's just hoping to get an extra kill. Unable to do so.
They even gave him more fights than they should have right there. But respect to Mzinho. Cops that flash and just keeps running. That's what you want from someone to take the space. Another pistol on the tally. And will BetBoom forge the force, or will they just sit by with an eco? Dust 2, they went for the eco, but it was a different state of affairs. So they're not going to force in. So CZ75, the weirdest of the weapons for Boomage. Scout for Zorti. 5-7 for Dillades, and MztrDale and Flammus, they want to try their luck at the Deegs.
Goes for that timing Deagle headshot. Not able to find it. No smoke.
This is the unfortunate factor that goes both ways, one of which this BetBoom roster have had limited success on this map, to say the least.
Which is funny when we describe them, as we did, mechanically sound. And
they keep turning to nuke, right? Which tells you absolutely nothing, really. But this is going to be tough for them on this map. I don't really see an easy path forward, especially now they don't even get to start with the momentum of the pistol. But the force could go a long way. So we settle into this. We're going to get a Palace pop. Boomage is here, Zorti as well.
Yeah, CZ75 doesn't last long, and Techno's Mac 10. Wow, the frag onto Zorti. It's good control.
I think it was funny there from Mzinho as well. Yeah, people, our playbook, people know what we do.
Thank you.
Yes. What is
Thank
that?
you.
I think the thing is, he's right to a degree, right? This is a pretty vanilla team in terms of their tactical approach, but they're one of these squads that's like, they just shoot really hard.
Yeah.
And it's hard to stop them when they do shoot really hard, which it can't be your only win condition. This round is done, 2-0 to the Mongols.
It's two teams clashing, that we've we'll describe as two teams that hit hard, now locking horns.
Oh, no, okay, well, Cobra.
The sound cue fooled him.
Sound cue's being made.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Exactly. He thought no one's there because the sound key is at the window.
So solid start, should be the 3-0.
He got fooled, man. He got played.
Paravision versus 9Z raging on right now on the B stream. We've got Vitality versus Foot coming up next here on the A stream, and Mouse versus Legacy. Those are the next set of games for the A and the B streams. Another Deagle, P250, and a couple of USPs into this one. Shot in window, so should be pretty straightforward. Don't expect too much to go wrong for the Mongols here. Legit stuff as they go through the motions. It is a stack from BetBoom that they have to get past. Nobody home over towards B whatsoever. MztrDale has to show a little something out of that smoke. 9-10 will take him down for another opener.
Will they once again get shredded by this Mac 10? Pressure applied from Palace as well, makes life difficult for them. And there's that Techno headshot. Hard to track 3 targets simultaneously. And so it's comfortable.
Oh, that's pretty scary. You've just given away 2 straight rounds. I understand the eco, less likely to make a dent, but that's the force. And then the eco where nobody dies from Mongols. So they have stacks of cash going forward.
And this is going to be the most bonusy. I mean, 2 Mac 10s.
Mzinho was even looking at his notes there for a moment. So maybe just checking what the first gun round call was going to be. Standard opener, window, top cap. Under window molly. MztrDale cannot drop back and play there. We'll have to tuck in towards connector. So they've got this mid control pretty damn easy.
Oh, are you ready for this? Yes, you are. Boom. Clears it out, provides an opening. Catches the early ramp lurk from Mzinho, just tucked in. And Dilladez, this off angle in the window, it feels like it's destined to find themselves a 5-on-3. You overstep a mark, you jiggle just once. Dilladez is primed and ready to take your head off, and now baited in by that trajectory from Flamus' smoke. He'll give another one to his teammate while he continues to hold this position. It's not flashed, perfect. Now can drop away, removes the head of Techno. Zorti catches the blitz pincer. A missed shot, nearly costs him, but he's got support. The whole squad's here. And that's going to be BetBoom on the board. Convincing defense of the bonus.
Was the CT side where they started to do their best work on Dust 2, right? So we'll see if they can do the same here. And yeah, they've shut down there is beautiful, but they still have to get through an awful lot of cash. Another buy now. This time the 9-10 AWP will be the threat.
A solo endeavor from Boom.
I'm just... there's not been enough gun rounds just yet to know, but I would just looking at the skybox for the last couple of games BetBoom have played. Maybe they've changed position. Oh, never mind. It's just going to... It's looking dynamic as hell.
Yeah, and it's resulted in another opening. Bringing the fight, catching Blitz, just trying to establish some control towards under, and it's 9-10.
I'll be jumping there.
Poised to punish. Just an unnecessary jump from Zorti, resulting in poking out on the top of the smoke. Blitz's death was not in vain. 9-10 secures it.
They're going to try and turn this into an A split. Good info for Dilladez.
Yeah, he's proactive. Get a free MagnaJez up to leave. Looks like the A finish.
Quicker than he's ready for.
Yeah, Flamus just on the line. Nails the headshot.
He just got there.
Yep, perfect. His pre-aim was perfect. Uncomfortable for the Mongols now. You've got some territory, though. And an orb, well suited to the task, fighting with Flamus on CT. Dilladez to activate, hoping to be overlooked. Looks like Techno's considered it. Dilladez good for big frag, one back. Boomich. Oh, hang on. This one's winnable for 9-10. Wouldn't write him out of this one. The fact that they're both ticket, though, he's not going to expect that. He's still considering potential loose pieces. And now looking to bring the fight. This is not suited.
Don't line up.
They could line up for a one-shot, but no, spread out. No chance on the no-scope. Boomich closes it down, and BetBoom find themselves 2 consecutive.
Yeah, I think they know how cheeky that was and how wrong that could have gone, but okay.
Hits the no-scope, curves the bullet. But yeah, this was a nice one back. It started off with that Zorti opening. He's going to feel a bit foolish jumping to Con. Despite 9-10's best efforts, it got awkward.
The key frag for me is Flamus there, just ready for that. Yeah, they're having a good time with that one, having a little giggle. The fact that even got in that situation. Okay, well, the AWP straight to pass for 9-10. Zorti starting mid. He's going to take a player jump in this time.
Yeah, jump at your own risk. The AWPers are hunting.
9-10's committed to Palace with the AWP. He's going to have to wait for the smoke to fade. So right now, sitting behind it, the rest of his teammates can't go down as skirmish top mid.
Senio is getting hot and heavy behind the boxes, forced to the tap side. He's got support from Zorti to stop Blitz. And they all connect. Beautiful. And peek before the smoke does bloom. Zorti's very comfortable here on Mirage, and it's starting to show. One top mid, pivots, catches under, checks on Palace after his, or just before the block smoke does puff up.
Yeah, it looks like they've made some changes. I think it's Dilladez and Flamus that have swapped spots, because Flamus was anchoring B in some of their earlier games on this map, and now he appears to be freed up elsewhere. So, just trying to change the complexion. And I guess that's one of the keys, right? When this is a roster that is impermanent, you're able to change things up to what's going to work at the time.
And yeah, you know, Dilladez does a very respectable job as the B anchor over on Dust 2 as well.
Yeah, I think it's tough, right? Because Siren is the natural anchor, and he's the player that's not here. But I think that Dilladez, as well as Flamus, have a higher firepower output, but anchor role isn't always about just getting those kills, right? It's about delaying. This one will be confirmed. It is going to be 3-3 all tied up. Bless you. We can hear you a little bit. That's not on you, that's...
Yeah.
It's on us.
What do they say in Germany? Gesundheit.
That's the one. Well, saving this AK on Techno. Gonna have to be the eco for everybody else. Loss bonus going into the next is gonna be 2,900. Here's the opener. Great stuff from Zorti. Gets his revenge for the previous round.
It's a textbook AWP round, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just putts all of them in, so very well done. And by that point, 9-10 couldn't have really done a whole lot, right? It was a 2v5 at that moment. Well, you want to let this AK work, so Techno in through underpass. A couple of pistols upgraded. Going to be hard to get the space with limited utility, but they're going to pounce into middle. Oh. Delayed by the smokes and the mollies. 9-10 still has the flash at the ready. Starting to leer out now is Cobra. Techno rerouted, coming out top middle.
Easy pickings for MztrDale. And now catches the boosters. Flammers.
Nice one.
No smoke in the window. They were just hoping they wouldn't poke their nose out. Flammers has timed it to perfection. So yeah, the saved AK gets nothing. 5 alive for the CT side and just going to run him down.
Bit of a shift in the momentum. 4 kills in the last 4 rounds for the Mongols, so I'm starting to pick up a little bit of steam. Techno, because of the save, will just be down to a D, but the rest of his teammates have AKs. No AWP for 9-10. They want to try something more direct. They want to keep with this default spread. Flammers pushing.
Yeah, he's supported by the AWP posted on the short side early. It's 9-10 and Cobra Zera going to be tasked with dealing with this aggression. Going to just play around that oscillation, hoping to catch a little bit of info. Cobra Zera audible to Flammers. He's so far forward. He should have 9-10. Does get the first. Now you're in trouble. Cobra Zera boxed in and removed. Flammers 2 kills to start us off round 8. An immediate discomfort for the Mongols. Up the ramp contact style. You got MztrDale that's going to get that info for you, and boom, baited in on the sandwich position. Here comes that utility boomage. Ooh, loses his support in MztrDale, but completely overlooked his boom. Flammers could even find a third frag. Chips in for number 3. It's looking casual in some of these gun rounds. It's what, been 2 rounds without any casualties.
Yeah, it's very light on.
Just the one.
Yeah, it's all about the CT sides in this series so far. Dust 2 was all about the CT half.
True.
Same being said right now on Mirage.
They've got so much cash.
Yeah, this is already... Flammers is having some fun with it. Good to see the change of energy. It just started map number 1 a little bit stronger. This could have them sitting themselves up pretty. Right now they need to claw for Mirage, and they're already putting on a pretty good showing. So another partial. Frustrations coming out of the Mongols boys here. This is quite early doors. This has gotten past the speculative bullets. It's heading close towards Con now. Cobra. Top middle. Does he want to replenish a window smoke to try and give them... They're trying to split in towards A.
There's an opportunity here. It's up against an AWP though, and Zorti's not missing those. Boomage perfectly positioned, contains the push through the smoke as Zorti's got himself 2. And yeah, this one goes nowhere.
Yeah, looking pretty limp. They're very fortunate they won that pistol round, Mongols, because otherwise could be staring down the barrel of nothing. These are all consolation frags. It's not going to count for much. Techno should be going down in a moment. That bullet didn't do the trick, but the next one will. And MztrDale will take him down through the boards. So 3 round gap, 6-3.
Can they keep it up?
9-10 just had a hero AK there. I don't understand that. He could have been bringing out an AWP into this round, so now he's going to be likely with a Galil. I'm not sure about the decision-making on the buys there, and maybe nor is Mara. Timeout taken, and so it's just to take some momentum out of the landslide. Gives Fierce the same opportunity to get on the mic, but he's going to be a whole lot happier with what he's seeing. individuals delivering. Zorti's been great in the openers, 3-0 in that department. And when tested, everyone's stepping up and delivering.
Yeah, today's going to be a real litmus test for a lot of these stage 3 teams arriving. Coming in cold, but with the kind of favorite tag naturally affixed to your team. I think BetBoom using that does to come back. Like you said, they could very well have picked up an extra round here or there and could have even secured first map, their pick. But now on the Mongols' turf and putting up a solid CT side.
Still not turning to anything direct to the Mongols.
No, this whole half it's been the same. Fight top mid is coming again. Flammer's just the same story. Will it be the same result? He's up close. And again, 9-10 down. This time, Cobrazera, an immediate trade. So we'll fall into the 4-on-4.
I do like this game plan, though, because the Mongols are going to be much stronger once they get into the mid-round. If you let them establish stage 1, get that space, even stage 2, they're going to have your number every day of the week. They're going to have better reactions off of each other. So the fact that you're taking the fight to them, you're finding openings consecutively now without any response. This is working perfectly. And Flamus, he's a sharp tool in that shed. Throw him forward, let him shoot. Image, yeah, this is so much space. There was a slight gap on the other side of the map, but not for much longer.
Okay, Zorti able to get this kind of flip. No, doesn't even react. Cobrazera immediate on the frag. Just tucked on bench, eats the flash, now spotted, that information relayed. Molotov gonna make life difficult for him. A smoke to play around enables an escape. He can play around, hang on a second, MztrDale can't find Cobrazera. 3 kills provided into the B site, and even spots Image. All of that hard work on this flank now squandered with the jump spot.
Some heads up play right there, isn't it?
Quite literally.
Boomich just still want to try and do some damage, he's hanging around. Blitz has cut him off, he's committed to this now.
He's going to lose it all. Blitz is coming. Boomich attempting the clutch. He's just got his back turned. It will be Mongols kind of breaking their silence after a 6-round run.
Good stuff there from Cobra. Not sure if that's exactly how Mara wanted the round to go, but the aggression came their way top middle. Flamus gets traded out. Cobra goes and finds another. And they'll just pile on the pain. So at least this time he doesn't get the double kill. That's a change from the last Flamus push. This is the most important, right? If MztrDale gets to stay alive, longer around the smoke, gets a double, completely different looking round.
It's a frustrating one, especially when you had the info that A was quiet.
Going aggressive again, right? Wow. This is consistent.
Same result? Yep, just like that. Cobra and Blitz are gone.
Now tell me this isn't Pug.
Yeah, this is the whole CT strategy. Bring the fight, leave a mark. MztrDale gets caught. Hang on a second. Techno onto Dilladez. Could open up B. Good work. Passes his test.
Yeah, they're aware that they're leaving the gaps open if they're going to go for these mid-fights. So when you're returning to the space, you have to be gun on. Can't get caught. There's round number 7. Not far away. Flamus looking to cut them off at the pass here as well. He pushes up, calls this clear. Well, clears it himself. This is going to be the bomb down on MztrDale. How ready is he? Oh, back turned. Sideways. Flamus in for the clear and...
Ooh, dink exchange. Okay, so now you've seen the bomb. You know he's low. It's 9-10, the unknown entity, just creeping and crawling out the ramp with his eye to the scope.
He knows he has to take some space. He can't just sit here. Even though he wants MztrDale to get closer, he needs to take some room. Look how low on HP MztrDale is.
But if he gets himself posted on this jungle line, he's going to keep moving. Not to know. Zorti could return to this. An AWP head-to-head up close. Quick scope and Zorti! He's quick. Clear indicator that MztrDale is not far behind with that bomb, and so the 5-7 closes it down. Dilladez and Zorti with 5 frags in that 11th round, and it puts us 7th next to BetBoom's name.
Okay, so all they have is 1 rifle round in this half, Mongols. Let's see if they can make it 2 before the break. There's going to be some missions in the buy again. There's 2 Galils, 1 for Techno, 1 for Cobra. The rest are going to get onto the AKs. They're in that U2 department, but they're essentially starting 3 to 4, 5 players middle in some of these rounds just to fight. Throwing the team at them. It's double AWP for the final round of the half. And it looks like Direct, finally, going for an all-in execute. Image and Zorti to deal with this. Spotted.
Yeah, okay.
He's a flash or something.
Yeah, can someone bail him out? Here comes the util. He'll manage to make some space. Zorti finds one, removing Techno. They're accelerating regardless. Dancing around up close. Boomich, Flammers, a full BetBoom roster run down. It's shut down. Mongols get nothing on the change of pace. 8 for BetBoom, fighting to take it to the third map.
Oh wow, there's the first bomb frag. Higo gets a double. There's still 2 players left. They got no help on them. 13 and 3. Oh my goodness, how does he do this? How does Higo do it again?
Will the trend continue? This has been a story of just strong CT sides. The maximum T-side rounds we've seen so far has been 4. And now it's BetBoom that take to it. Can they buck that trend to secure a path to Ancient as the third and deciding map in the opening game? It's been fun and games. You can see the giggles from the BetBoom side. There's been some funny business, but Mongols just fought to their name as we swap sides.
That was Flammus' reaction when Fierce said, you can play con, we'll put Dillard as B. So he was so happy with that. But the pistol round in the first half, that was the difference maker for Mongols to be able to get 4 on the board. Otherwise, very light on in their output.
Oh, we see a T-pistol.
B split.
B split, okay. DynnaDare's and MztrDale's working outside. Boomich going to go through the
Faking A.
Faking A with this, but 910's put him down quick. There's more where that came from. Techno's leaving B. Techno has left B. MztrDale gets to hoover up all that space. Sure, 910's hitting the shots, but now it's going to become a retake. And it's going to be a 10-second defuse. MztrDale confirms market now occupied. All of them, bar one, heading in through this fight. It's Glock versus a multitude of USPs. Blitz has removed one. That's a nice overrun. Just Zorti on this flank. Is it planted for him? Doesn't look good. Doesn't look great. The defuse will come through. Mongols will start off with the dub.
All right, they've won all 4 pistols so far in this map. Or series, excuse me. If there was that many in a map, we might have a whole different game on our hands, but that's tough for BetBoom. Throughout stage 1 and stage 2, it's not like they were great at pistols. They were literally middle of the road at 50%. But when they were winning them, they were converting 90% of the follow-up. So if they could have got one of those, it would have been a step forward, assuming that trend continued. But they've kept this fire output of firepower.
Yeah, that works.
But it's been keeping up, right? They were top 3 in opening kills from stage 1 and stage 2, top 2 in multis. Hero Galil.
Oh, and he's found it.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad for MztrDale.
That's going to have you thinking they're fully invested as well. What with the bomb plant? You see a Galil find an opening kill. Little do you know, the rest have just rocketed themselves a couple of upgrades like Deagle, P250. And 910 quickly goes and clears MztrDale's ramp and confirms he's gone. Long gone.
Look at where he's waiting. He's actually in a very strong position.
Yeah.
910's looking for info.
Get out of there.
Yeah, he's drawn one back, and I think at that point, you can't really confirm whether or not it's a force buy still. They turn to A. Blitz is over towards Ticket. 910 just needs to essentially stay alive.
Doesn't feel like he's playing too cautiously.
He's just made noise there. They know he's still close.
They're right next to each other. If they go up that ladder, MztrDale has got him dead to rights. He's starting to path, looks away, his back turned, and there's another from MztrDale. This hero Galil living up to the prefix. But now Zorti enables a plant, maybe. They're swinging CT, can deny. Important from Cobra. Stops things from spiraling. Oh. No catches, Flammus, and now very uncomfortable for Dilladez. All of that hard work from MztrDale, at least keeping rebuys for Mongols, but is there any word for a 1v2 clutch? Audible is Cobra. Dilladez, how's he done that? Finds Cobra cleanly.
He sits the plan. This is a huge round. Oh, okay. Expecting the retool, the regather. He's a sit and duck. Techno will deny, but still, that's a costly round for the Mongols. All right, there is 4 players in the grave to essentially 1 Galil and some pistol upgrades. So, BetBoom, you don't win the round, but you were damn close.
And you've set yourself up nicely for this next one.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for a reset round because the force buy for the Mongols that will follow will be weak. Carry through nothing. Right now, they're going into this with 3 MP9s because they want the util. So does that change the way they open? Do they want to be more aggressive? Nade onto 910. One back the other way, more damage done onto Boomich. MztrDale with the MAC-10. He's using whatever weapon he can right now. Has already taken this underpass space as Cobra tucks in close B. So lots of moving parts right now.
No one's saying it's perfect.
It's just Cobra on B. Oh, he's blocked it. Lucky, Techno can help now. He can actually help from short.
You're absolutely right. He's freed up. Boom's going to have to take this fight. Techno should have him. Nails it as well. Now Cobra under so much scrutiny. Just an MP9. Flammus has already dropped into the side, but Techno could catch him here. From the short side. Not going to get any output. What is that? Dilladez and Flammus combined. Dilladez pops off into the site to clear it out. Looking good for their early arrival on the scoreboard. Getting a T round immediately after the pistol and its conversion.
Flammus has heard MztrDale here. He knows he's middle. Heard him make that drop, so should just be able to track him down. Doesn't know exactly where he's gotten off to, so letting MztrDale make the next move. So what he calls short clear. So MztrDale is working with a bit of a gap, but doesn't have a kit. Otherwise, it is essentially an empty bomb side. He's going to grab one, just wanted a better weapon. He gets the M4, but for how long? Looks like he's got a safe haven to par the way top middle. Zorti and Dilladez want to hold on to their AKs, but a great round there from Dilladez. Triple kill. I thought Techno had done enough to make that convincing, and the flashes on the site, you saw there just how blind everyone. It wasn't just Cobra, it was all the BetBoom too.
Yeah.
It bought enough time for the rotation to get there, but that rotation got slaughtered. And now some issues in the bite for the Mongols.
Good shooting.
Can bring out another M4. And a famous for Techno. 5-7 for Cobra and Deagle for 9-10. Blitz the upper rope of Shaw and actually wants to play forward for a fight.
Yeah, he's looking for that opening. He wants to provide his boys that value. Tag up Boomich and he'll scalp her away.
Yeah, they don't really have the util to flush him out if like it was a full gun round. So Boomich fortunate to be alive in this one. This time they want to turn their attention towards A. Techno and 9-10 here. MztrDale not far away from window.
It's not an easy fight for a Desert Eagle, no one's saying that. And yeah, caught by Flammers, just creeps out, nails his timing. Now the pressure applied to Techno. He's forced to find it extinguished, gets booked by a flying Mag-10. It's taken shape. Flammers will find MztrDale before things can spiral, and a long-range good spray. Dilladez has removed Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz having a bit of a mare this map, only 4 kills to his name. And that one right there is going to force Mongols onto an eco, so that's a huge round for BetBoom.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah, I think just the fact that they put up such a blue wall on the CT side. And it was a bit of a shutout, wasn't it? Just opening kill after opening kill. Zordy great on the AWP for openers, kind of doing his best 9-10 impression for the first map of play. But a good call. Simple stuff. And this should be 11, as it is just a Deagle and a P250 that they have to get past.
What was once such a safe haven for the Mongols, Mirage.
Yeah, 6 rounds is pretty inflated because of the pistols with the conversions in here, right?
It's real vulnerability. Hang on. Nice shot.
RB is essentially open. 9-10 is trying to hedge over there in time, but just with the USP. And Magichez has heard his steps there as well, so.
Yeah, he's just gunning for that Deagle.
Well, he's got the upgrade. What can he do with it? Magichez and Dilladez starting to palm back. Boomich top middle, joined by Zorty. I suppose if they do blindly execute in towards A, that's where the stack finds itself right now. They're starting to get a little bit mobile themselves. So Cobra spotted short, and then dead, and 9-10 steps is enough to force them into this A site.
I mean, still going to be a lot of hard work. Techno unable to find anything, spotted default. 9-10 backing his aim and does deliver, but looked for more, anticipated the ramp explode, makes it easy for Magnajez, as does that. Blitz just sitting at the top of Balk.
Be extremely diligent looking for MztrDale right now. This is your traditional A defender, so everyone should be on high alert. He's got another for his troubles.
Not bad output. 3 kills, you'll take it considering the investment, but you are running out of chances.
You can see there we've got Vitality and Foot taking to the stage for the game coming up next. They're just plugging in, getting ready for their opening game. We've got to see if Mongols can bring this back and get it done in 2. It's going to be a long way up. Second tactical timeout called from Mara. 9-10 can buy the AWP. It does mean he will be glass cannon, so it's a big choice to make. Zordy has his on the other side. And if you take a look at the last 3 halves of Counter-Strike, been better played by BetBoom. See if they keep that up and close this down. It's just that first half that felt like such a statement piece for the Mongols.
It did, yeah.
Knocking dust too, you're thinking, oh, okay, hold up. Let's take notice. See if they can turn it around now. It's not too late. Straight into an A execute for the knockout blow. MztrDale starting solo A, just setting up his mid defenders with some flashes. Standard stuff as during that, BetBoom line up the execute. Blitz has a HE to break. It's going to be a damn good one.
Yeah, you're going to need Blitz to chip in here. Here comes the barrage of nades. There's Blitz. To Dilladez. MztrDale around the smoke. Flammers looking for it. Magnajez has just found him straight through. blind spray of the smoke results in a bomb plant.
You gotta save.
You've got to get out of there. Cobra doesn't want to. Jumps into the jaws of Boom. On back from Blitz on the retreat. Oh, he's spotted by Zorti, and he ain't missing that one. He ain't missing much. Blitz at least manages to put him down, but it's just to preserve his M4. He wants more.
Yeah, I'm surprised all three of these players had a look. Cobra I could understand, because if he gets a kill, then they might consider giving it a go. But then Techno dying, and then Blitz having another look, like he's still hanging around. Boomich might be able to find him here. He's still got time. And if that happens, they have very limited going into the... That's not going to happen. It's just, if three of them saved, they had the 2,900 loss. It meant that they could drop 2 more M4s. It would have still been a pretty tough situation. You were down 6 rounds, but you've limited your chances now. Blitz can drop 1. 9-10 gets that, understandably so. This is a good look for Bet Boom. Looking fierce right now, and that's not the coach. At least Bet Boom on their map choice actually had a little... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, MztrDale gets given the AWP, looks for the pick, gets the tag.
Just Blitz's toes poking out enough to inform the wallbang.
These type of rounds, when you know you've got the opponent on the ropes with the money, let them make the first move. Right, sit back, have the default net, see if they go for any desperation pushes. And then once you've identified the map control is yours, just group up for this finish. Straight on the nade so far from Mongol, so playing a block. Now that the mid U2 comes in, they'll dump some of their own to constrict Connector's movements, but it's back towards A with the bomb.
Lammas caught a good timing last time. This time, 9-10, perfect. Removes Palace. Provides an opening. Second wave this mid util. Top con smoked, and Diladez is starting to probe. Oh my god, Boom applying pressure to these duo on B.
Forced a rotation.
Yeah, you can see movement from Blitz, and now they amplify the pressure on A. You're in so much trouble. You've lost your sight. Looks like you might lose the map. Boom! On the cross, catches Blitz. Oh, and Techno caught in the murder hole. MztrDale doing the murdering. And Cobra Zera surely a dead man here in a 1 versus 3. Zorti locked in, and so is map 3. Ancient awaits.
What a bounce back from Bet Boom. Beautiful stuff. You think on Dust 2 they get rocked for the first time this tournament on the map, and that was going to be them starting to fall apart. But it's stage 3, and they're still here to play. They have just absolutely cracking Mongols on their map choice. And coming up next, hopefully a bit more of a brawly affair. Something that isn't just about the CT sides.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a little bit more than that on the other end of things. But yeah, for the looks of it, we're gonna need an Ancient as Mirage does come to a close in the way of Bet Boom, Dupree, Yanko, and myself being Trace. We're gonna talk to you about some of this ag play, some of this aggro stuff. What do we see in the game overall, Yanko, at a big picture?
I think the Mongols are fortunate that they won every single pistol so far in this series. Otherwise, this game would already be over. And we're seeing Bet Boom, I think, after that first map, and they had a good CT side. And starting off on that side, on Mirage, they just took the game to the Mongols, right? And that's what suits Bet Boom against any team. Like I feel like that's when they will play their best CS with this lineup. And the Mongols just didn't have any answers for it, didn't really make adjustments, and that was a really poor T side from them.
From a player's perspective, I think this one really just played into the fact that they managed to claw their way back on us too, even though they lost the map. I think they warmed up into this series, and I think that also just showed how they approached their CT side, being a lot in your face. They wanted to take their fights, and I think that's also one of the things that you can do against the Mongols. Like, if you allow them to have much space and you don't fight for that neutral control, mainly now talking mid on Mirage, then they're gonna have a field day, right? And they took them to that fight, and they showed that they were willing to do it. And I was actually waiting for Mongols to do a little bit of an adaptation. They did that in the last round on the CT hub, but then they got completely smoked on the A side as well. So a very clear and very structured game plan from Bet Boom. So that was great to see.
We could take a look at some of that game plan, some of that approach from the BetBoom side. Yanko, I think we can kick it off with just a massive package of ag.
Yeah, I think it was really impressive, you know, the mindset that they had going into this one, because you lose the pistol. First gun round, Boomage doesn't care, just goes to clear ramp. And watch out the time for all these moves. So this is before it even hits the 130 mark. Second time around, the underpass setup, free kill on Blitz, really just flying into lower. Third gun round in a row, Zorti breaking up the smoke, finding another opening, Flamus with a delayed sort of clear on mid. And this is every single gun round. Like, there hasn't been a one gun round in the first half where BetBoom didn't try to do something like this, right? The play from Flamus, from that point on, finding a double kill at the start of the round. And this is very frustrating. And if you're seeing like this and you're like, why are the Mongols doing the same thing again and again? Well, on one side, you're maybe expecting your opponents to change, right? Like, oh, like Peter was saying, they might hit the bomb site, so they'll play for the bomb site, and we'll keep playing default, and then we'll gain some map control for free, perhaps. But that just wasn't the case. They didn't make big adjustments in how they were trying to take mid either, and BetBoom was just able to break their default time and time again.
I think it was two of the times where Blitz just rushes underground. Like, I don't know if that feels like a little bit of lack of overview. Like, it just seems like the first one he just jumps there and he gets killed, right? The second one he just runs there without, he knows there's mid pressure, and I don't know if it's a lack of communication between the top mid guys and the guy coming from underpass, because that's like a very important thing to be communicating. Like, what do you see? How much pressure are you actually under? Great for BetBoom to have these aggressive plans, but like, I feel like the Mongols had a very weak answer to what to do against it, and that's why they got punished so much.
Yeah, especially when you look at the likes of, say, Flamus in round 16, the POV.
Yeah, I think, Flamus is to me, a very outstanding player, and in this specific round, he just gets all the work done by himself. The mid defaulting here with the smokes is what sets up the play as well, just causing this distraction that he can then find the space coming out of apartments, and he single-handedly wins the round by killing 9-10 rotating, and then the Molotov, it just gives off the position of the guy playing Shadow, and, he doesn't even give a break, he just runs out, he doesn't even wait for his team scaling up from ramp, but, at this point, it's just the Mongols just dying one by one, and they have a very poor decision making this round because they have two M4 saved. I think it's Blitz just runs out catwalk fighting on his own. Messinio is stuck behind the smoke and window, and they get nothing out of it. Like, they only try and go for a little bit of a fight, but get nothing done with it. And also Blitz, and whenever they lose this round and like they lost the A side, he just still decides to go for the fight on catwalk instead of saving the gun for the next round. So I don't know if it's because they're a little bit frustrated with how they're playing, but it's just weird decision-making on my side.
Detrimental decision-making.
It's just Blitz.
It's just Blitz. I know, right? But
like, he's always been even.
I know, right?
Stuff in lower B, it's just sort of like, it seems lackadaisical at times, but so do all of the Mongols, right? And on one side, when they are on point and they're hitting that flow state, that's what makes them really difficult to play against. But then when it's bad, it can look really bad, right? And we were talking about their Mirage. It isn't what it used to be. I think that side, that T side, is a great example of that. You win both pistols, and all you end up with is 6 rounds total. That's absolutely atrocious for someone like the Mongols on Mirage. And going into the Decider being Ancient, it's their second best map historically, right? But lately, not so much. So again, like, do they have enough in the tank to hold back this aggression from BetBoom?
How much, and just to kind of revert back here, we're talking a little bit about going into Ancient, it being a strong map. We have the subtraction of Senzu from the equation. Has that been a deterrent, a detractor from the side of Mongols?
Absolutely, he's a top 20 player. I mean, Cobrazera isn't a bad player, but he's no Senzu, and that's always going to be tricky, to make up for his fragging. We see 9-10 take a little bit more responsibility and try to take into matters into his own hands somewhat. But for me, the focus is going to be on Blitz because he is the mid player, right? And you're going to have to be able to deal with, Flamos getting in your face. I'm sure BetBoom is going to have a lot of rounds where they're going to try to take that mid control fight for it early, and you're just going to have to be on point to avoid starting every round with a man down.
That's what I think has been one of the big issues for Mongols in this series alone, but also looking back at their recent matchups, is like the adapting just seems to be happening so slow, and Ancient is one of those maps where you need to be adapting so well, because if you can't hold on to mid, and Blitz is going to be very instrumental to do so, and I'm sorry to say, but he just doesn't have the firepower to back up that position right now, and that's a big issue for them. I think it's going to come down to them understanding and hopefully realizing if they can't hold on to mid, they got to be trying something different, whether that's pushing down B ramp to get the information on lane or pushing into A house together with Messinho. It's about, you know, finding the openings instead of maybe going for that all-in brawl style that we know that they want to rely on, because it just doesn't seem to make the cut for them right now.
So let's just hold the phone here on the conversation that is Mongols and BetBoom, because over on that B stream, it's Paravision 9Z. First map, Overpass 13-1. Second map, Dust 2, 13-8. They're now going to Inferno. Just out of the gate here, you think about a Paravision. What accurately describes them really quickly?
I'm just shocked that that game has gone into a third map before our game. You told me Paravision is going to have a faster series than Mongols and BetBoom playing each other. I would have called you crazy. But yeah, obviously a bit of a shocking result, even though it's 9Z's map pick on Overpass for it to be 13-1, 11 rounds on T-side Overpass. But, you know, it's also first map of the series, and Paravision seem to be warming up into it.
Yeah, they seem to be doing that. Again, that is the B stream for 9Z and Paravision. For us, it's Ancient. Let's talk Ancient, boys. How does the series shake down now that we have a BetBoom that's woken up, that came alive after the first map woes?
I think when we looked at the veto, we talked about it going in the favor of the Mongols, namely because they do get Mirage and Ancient, but now they just got smoked on Mirage, which was their map pick, and you know, it doesn't really speak, like for me, it doesn't really speak as a Mongols team that has showed up at the major, because I think Yango made a really good point coming into this series that BetBoom probably haven't really been tested, and if it would have went the way of like 13-3 on Dust 2, just, you know, brawling their way through things, then I would have agreed to. But now they did, you know, they did get tested, and now it's even in the scoreline. I think, like so far, I think that BetBoom has played a better series than the Mongols have. I mean, the reasoning why I think it was so one-sided in the beginning on Dust 2 was namely that Mongols just won all the rounds, they won the pistol, got off to a good start, and BetBoom just didn't wake up. Now they've woken up, now it's very even. Ancient is a map that both teams like to play. It has been a very strong map for the Mongols for a long, long time, but recently it hasn't been looking that great.
Yanko, I'm looking for MztrDale.
Yeah, I think he is one of their focal players, but for me, it's also down to the preparation. I think BetBoom has done a great job at that in this series. I think despite only getting 3 rounds on T-side Dust 2, I liked some of the things that I saw. I think they've been the better T-side team so far, right? So, in my mind, if they can win one of the pistols at the very least, right, and then get rolling, have a better start, I might just have BetBoom edging Mongols out.
Might just be the case. Again, that is Mongols and BetBoom. For us, we do have a quick break. We've already seen Dust 2. We've already seen Mirage. We're now looking forward to Ancient here at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne Major in 2026. You can believe it's Stage 3, and you can believe we need 3 to decide this one. So we'll go to that break, and we'll BRB.
Double peek, he's getting his shot. Unbelievable!
Something special to throw up his decoy, and that's exactly what happens.
Got him in some. We are back!
Down, but why is he can afford to wait and then just recommit with nades? Molly back sight. Couple of smokes. Nota leaning away. I'll call it. 90 going to win this round.
Flash to try and set up Ziello. Hoping to come barreling out through this coffin smoke. He is dead straight away. Luchov hitting a blinder. Turn around, ready for the banana fight, but not able to get the shot off in time. Belchanok carves a path back in for Paravision.
I take it back.
And a bit of help from James. Suddenly that advantage is flipped on round. Smokes now fade and this orb gets potent. It's kept you trapped in these positions at the back of the site.
quick up and above this AK. Oh, falls off. That goes very wrong for DGT. Tries to take an angle, falls off the box. Backside Mayan, got to be quick. And so to Paravision. Clock against them. Belching up with the kit. He's dropped it as well. Clock in his favor. Mayan tucks in and James back at the side trying to find this connection. It's not the kill. 9Z pick it up on the eco. Massive win. Never in doubt. Mayan triple kill takes that AWP out of the round.
Been far and away the quietest player in this series for 9Z. And he's just secured them
You get
a clutch
13-6.
round, getting them on the board early and breaking Paravision's money.
Ancient.
From
Then.
0 to hero.
Ancient.
Mayan very, very quickly gets 9Z off to a good start.
Oh, that shot from
There's the
Luchov
B
to
stream.
open, though. That was Yellow getting double flashed in. He had to get something there.
Stream, that
Instead, he
would
gives him the
be-
gun that wins the entire round.
I
We were
think.
talking about how these two teams squared off in
Oh,
a start at
no.
an event that went to
9Z
be a
and. What is this
position on the
team again?
podium position finish for 9Z, making it through into the
9Z
playoffs.
and
For Paravision, it was a bit of a
Paravision.
disaster
Paravision.
event, right?
Yeah.
9Z just a
Paravision.
footnote there in their string of losses. And in that
I'm currently.
match, Luchov went absolutely huge.
I am excited.
44 kills, 22 deaths.
watch
He's actually
the-
outdoing that in this series, even with the map loss. And his best performing map in that head-to-head, what map
Wait.
was it? Inferno.
Wait, so
So the idea that the best may still be to come for
Falcons
Luchov
versus
is
G2. This is gonna be
crazy to
interesting.
think about.
Falcons versus G2.
Just would be unimaginable after overpass. But here are 9Z taking control back of the money. An unlikely eco from Paravision. We see this sometimes. I wonder if they're going to do it. Paravision like to eco this round when they lose early in the half, then half by the second round, then full by the third. They might just buy next full, right? They can get a couple of rifles, it will be okay. But they like to sometimes swap the round that you eco in. Let's see what this looks like. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath on longs. Yellow comes through with a flash, full blind. Luchov still takes one with him. Impress him enough to keep it even. Zeus denied. And it's Yellow rotating to B, where 9Z have to end. Look at the time. TikTok, you're in trouble.
Double molly even could be a big problem here, but they're just going to swing out with the guns, keeping it on. Yellow's dropped the bomb.
It's party time, third map for both the A and the B stream as they get ready for Inferno as that continues. We've got BetBoom Mongols and we've got Ancient kickstarting the first day of play for the third stage here at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne.
Yeah, and all the pistols so far have gone in the favor of the Mongols. Let's see if they can make it 5 from 5. This map's aggressive A main play, MztrDale, and 910 tucked in tight.
It's a good weapon for this, that just unload your mag. And never mind, Diladez has silenced him without anything. Support for 910. It's all about the timing on this flash in front of the box. 910 can peek out, draws attention. Flash comes through. He swings with it. Tracking Flammus. He did well to try and pull the crosshair away, but the rest delayed. And 910 and Cobra Zera just tapping heads.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen them pull the ripcord within the mid-round, so Diladez is going to try and plant on B. MztrDale needs to hold them at the gate.
Will we see a pistol for BetBoom in this series?
That's a big goosh.
Yeah, nice one. Dips away, and a bit of a race. Cobra Zera's going to be there to catch Diladez emerging. MztrDale to cut rotations. Cobra Zera obviously susceptible to both, so MztrDale brings that fight. Gets caught walking. Plants possible.
Oh, Cobra's low. They're going to run him down. The bomb will be planted.
Okay, Diladez. What have you got? A clean headshot onto 910, and hang on a second. He had it right there on a silver platter. It was Blitz tapping the head of Cobra Zera. It could have got very, very awkward.
I love the fact they don't just full commit, right? They salvage that situation. You get shut down on A after the opener, but you still pivot back. You get the plant, you make it a 1v1, and you keep this as a high quarters all round for the Mongols.
That's a good way to describe it.
But this is just stressful, right? The fact that MztrDale is there shaves one off the pack. This TK, hey, get out of my way. I'm winning this round, says Blitz. He's going to be... they know how close they were. Considering the circumstances, once more, they've salvaged the best of a bad situation. BetBoom 2026, that's the tagline. Starting with a heavy mid fight. It's just going to be 9-10 jumping into Donut. He's going to combine with MztrDale to defend A, and Boomage kicking up a fuss towards B. They're just making this look like a standard round of play, but it is going to be the A setup.
So MztrDale, he got caught with empty hands. And now they're coming his way again.
So the molly out for the defense here. When's he going to drop it?
Now, through the flame. They're committing. Flammers, true to his name, in the flame for one in combination with Diladez. 9-10. How crazy. Ahead of the flashbang, just goes running through and actually equalizes into a 3-on-3. With the bomb now planted.
Yeah, Cobra's still on B. His rotation is very late. Boomage at the start of the round did a great job with just a light bit of util.
Kept them busy. Oh. That's a good one back from Blitz.
Smoke for the bomb.
MztrDale knows he has to play forward, doesn't want to get trapped, he wants to be disruptive, wants to try and find CobraZera. First fight though, he loses control of it. Zorti, he's already got 4 HP, so softened up for a quick swing of CobraZera, and they'll pass the test. Another plant for BetBoom, but a second round for Mongols.
Yeah, I think they should just relent right now and take the save. Maybe not. If you really want to keep the pressure on, you could justify a buy. It's going to be light with the AKs, but you could have a bunch of Galils, some Tech 9s. You really could shove here. It would be in line with the sort of puggy nature that these boys are able to pull out. People miss Mirage. It was let's fight middle every round and disrupt the default on their CT side, and it was... beautiful work, and they are shoving again. I think it's a great call. Just keep the pressure on. Don't give Mongols a chance to breathe, but you don't stick the landing on one of these soon, and you're in hot water. Red smoke, donut smoke. They're going to fight for mid control.
It's going to get hectic. Zorti gets across to the box. 9-10 behind the smoke. Same for MztrDale.
Good push.
Walk, yeah, okay. I mean, Boom's here to kind of hold this at a good range for a Tech 9, and oh, spotted. CobraZera doesn't back away immediately, will slip further away, keep the distance from the Tech 9.
And they're just going to take that space.
Cobra!
Yeah.
Completely booked, didn't anticipate the sudden acceleration of pace and bodies up the ramp. Flammers has found Techno, 9-10 stubborn, runs out of bullets. It's a good advantage, but Blitz is here to finish off the job. Catches that bomb carrier sweeping through. So with Diladez gone, and now Boom will be tasked with the plant. Provide the cover, can you Zorti? No, he can't. MztrDale catches his swing out cave, and so another Mongols round, another bomb plant, and a lot of casualties. I mean, this is just close but no cigar. 3 rounds on the trot.
Well, you can buy again, right? You get 2,900 loss, you get the $600 coming through, and then you're also getting from all the kills that you got. So they have enough to go again for a similar buy, if not better. I think Cobra, we mentioned this is his second major, first in the Mongols jersey. Right, he's had this whole season to play top-tier Counter-Strike, but he caught out on a couple of occasions. He started the series off strong. It was a 1v2 clutch on Dust 2. That feels like a lifetime ago now. And Blitz said he'd need to step up on this map. He's 5-1 right now. His kills are not the flashiest, but they're definitely important.
Again, it's Galils.
And again, they're taking mid-space.
Test for MztrDale. Flying Flammers, charging at him. And look at the speed. Oh my god, with Red Room dead, he's just going to keep walking. 9-10 maybe caught out by the pace of this. It was audible to Flammers, a flying Mac-10. He's got support, and never mind, doesn't need any help. Hits it on the AWP. That was not an easy shot to hit.
Sticking around for more, so calling the bluff that BetBoom haven't hung around. Right now, pathing back. They've foregone this mid-control. Diladez and MztrDale over towards B. The bomb is going to cheat through spawn, and Boomich is just lingering around middle as the late piece. So only just now, the Mongols are getting a true understanding of what's open, what do we need to be concerned about, and what does the setup need to look like, because that was chaos out the gates. Boomage faking A, and it's going to work nicely. Look at the radar. You can see the position of 9-10. He's going to lose vision. That pulls over MztrDale. It's Techno and Cobra to defend B again.
Yeah, would he get caught out again? Cobra just on a little passing glance and confirms presence on the ramp. Throws out the incendiary. Diladez is closing his gap. Cobra's a dead man. Techno 2, beautiful. BetBoom have taken the B side by force. Puts just Mazinho and 910 who were pulled by that smoke from Boomage.
If you're BetBoom, you want them to try this. Hey, come, lose everything.
Ooh, okay, you're taking MztrDale down, but no rifle for you.
Don't forget about Boomage.
Oh yeah, he's still sticking around. 910 would love this AWP. I don't think he's ready for someone to be so close. Hey, main, he's got him dead to rights. See ya later, alligator. Boomage wanted the knife and then realized, oh, there is a crowd now, isn't there?
And at this, you know that their loss bonus absolutely in the mud there, so it's a huge round to win. If you're Mara, do you just want to take a timeout so the boys can have a breather from the pace? This has just been mid-take after mid-take, and I think that's one of the keys. If you have Flammer, Stillades, and MztrDale, right, I don't just need my aggressive rifler. I have a bunch of aggressive riflers, and I can send any of them out middle, right? And Boomage will go out first if he has to. So I think keep up the clobber in time and keep taking this space. They've opted to take the eco. So the 1900 coming into the next, you can add that onto what they have right now. It means that Cobra is going to be in a little bit of a tough spot with the buy, and the same for 910. Everyone else is just going to be in range. So sure, BetBoom haven't won a pistol this series yet, but they are keeping this early game very tight. Oh, okay, Cobra. Trying to make up for some of those woes in the previous holds. That's a big shot on a Boomage.
Sweep through red. A couple more dead.
Blitz just TK'd again. He's had 2 of those in 5 rounds of play. That'll be 2 rounds confirmed for BetBoom now. Timeout call from Mara. Okay. So not liking the flow of this, and understandably so. These boys are looking to buy in. 910 has been given the AWP, but let's see if the buy complexion changes now that the coach has gotten onto the mic. It felt like they had this game plan before Mara was involved. Does he want to play more for the extremities? If BetBoom are going to continue to take mid with the pace. Okay. Not sure what to expect coming in today. Stage 3, got a crowd.
BetBoom fans have arrived.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the turnout already. But what's the adjustment from Mara? No kit, but they do have this AWP, and the AWP could be the surpriser. They're really just skill checking the mid hold in a lot of these rounds.
Fumbled the movement, unable to make it across, and we've got a test for Cobra Zera here.
This is the B defender in A main. He's heard steps.
Yeah, okay. He can relay that information. Zorti actually got the bomb and the AWP, so that's a prized scalp. Gets 2.
Great output.
Couldn't ask for more. Gets the early info for Blitz to be here with his MP9.
We've seen them pull the ripcord, but they're committing to this one.
Does look like full commit. 910 hearing this towards the big box.
If they stay quiet, Mongols might think that there's a rotation. Oh, okay, Lurk's been caught.
More of an indication it is a commitment A. Flammus has tried to just maneuver silently forward. Gonna try and probe in as the bomb does get
smoke fading.
Okay, hang on, wait. Fake. Break. Double. MztrDale transfers in, finds Mazinho. It's a 2-on-2. It's up to 910, and he's got the perfect pre-aim. Wow! Beautifully pieced together. Techno in the clutch. Can't handle MztrDale. With Flammus and MztrDale heating up now. It's a tied-up game. That's 3 on the trot. BetBoom making quite the statement on the A site.
That is an insane round to win. Cobra gets 2 kills. He has all the information on the bomb. They stole that out. They even deal with the lurker. Boomage over towards middle. And then these 2 make magic happen.
It's like they were waiting for the smoke break. It genuinely felt like they were just playing. Mongols were playing into BetBoom's hands. Both of them positioned for either fight. Smoke break comes in. MztrDale actually swishes in for the double.
Yeah, that's a very well-played round right there. That one's humbled the money again of the Mongols. They're just down to a lighter buy once more. The pistol upgrade. They sound off towards middle. Blitz very desperate to get something done. Now, you don't need to charge for this mid control in a round like this if you BetBoom. Will this play into the next rifle round as well, the extremity control? Because if a team is going to consistently shove so much for middle, right, by taking away A main space early, do the same thing, you got pipe down B lane, you're able to
Oh, Cobra Zera.
Had a couple of nice shots in the Deagle now.
Miss.
Oh, I guess info on Zorti too.
That's got Blitz pushing. He wants to take some room. He's just going to pick up the gun and get away. So he has Kevlar to go with that. It's just calling that as the finish. Techno in cave. Cobra and Blitz we're concerned about the red leak. It's 9-10 just solo A. It will be this B finish. 40 seconds now, and before that finish, they just have a handful of smokes.
Just feels like Techno's so booked by the fact that this is a MztrDale Mag 10.
Oh, unless Cobra comes and baits.
Oh yeah, that could work. Timing's everything. Oh, now easy pickings. There's that Cobra Deeg. Does find the belated trade. Blitz, that AK he picked up, might have to put it to good use. Now he's been spotted, somehow does dispatch of Dilladez.
He should live. Let 9-10 play next. He's ages away, sure, but you're in a 2v2 situation on an eco.
Fake, and Blitz is not waiting. Okay, gets him off the bomb with 7 seconds. This is going to have 9-10 scarpering to try and lend a hand. Blitz committed in, needs to reload, and now Zorti. He heard you coming. Removes 9-10 and removes the threat, you'd feel. Yeah, Flammer securing it on the tail end. A threatening one from Mongols, but it's Bet Boom for him.
Apex is watching, man.
Just get away with that.
Apex is watching.
Nice shot from Cobra at the start to get that AK. Blitz does very well, but as you mentioned, 4 consecutive. And the rounds that Mongols won to start the game were all very close. That's why we had the consistent force fires coming in at Bet Boom. They knew they could rock them, and now wobbly. Mongols get out the full bite. Oh, I say full, it's not full. They don't have a kit. Techno has an MP9. It's lacking rifles for everybody. Right now, changing the tune. They're just not going to keep piping out middle. Starting 3B, though. Big nades.
A lot of chaos here at Boomage, despite the full flash in his face. Just sprays down 2.
He's open, or so you think.
Oh, now it is. 9-10 removed. Job done.
This is Bet Boom playing with some sheer momentum. Blitz has been able to slip
Next
in.
team would be played.
He's noted now. Boomage goes down, but the boss man, he did the hard work to keep the round off. Now Blitz, you're dead.
I wonder what that looks like for
Foot versus vitality.
His teammate just screaming, "You got him." Well, they tried to bring some CT aggression, and it's been thwarted comfortably by Captain Boomage.
And Mzinho is hoping he can save this, but take a look at the radar. Well, don't even worry about that. We'll put it on screen for you. The hunt's on, and it's being announced. Flammus only off towards Donut. MztrDale taking the main control. Mzinho knows that he's boxed in. Can he hold on to this? Good for the first. That's going to buy him a buffer to get out of there. Running in for this. MztrDale might just unload within the smoke, but Mzinho surely is going to be safe with this one. MztrDale jumps up, whips into it, but they will retain 1 rifle. I think another timeout is due. I know it's early, but this is the CT side. These are the 2 maps that were highlighted as a bit more of the comfort maps for Mongols, but their map pool's been teetering. Here it is in the replay. See it from the context cam. And then this one, I said the site was open. It felt that way when Cobra and Techno go down the AWPs there. 9-10 gets nothing done. That's not how we started the series. He was a monster on the CT side of Dust 2.
Hasn't had many AWPs here on Ancient. Product of all that hard work done.
It's going to be a while before he has another. They are opting to buy again. And this time everybody has a rifle at least. So the resource is limited, and it might have to be another round where you try something as an aggressive stance. I'm Bet Boom. I would return to the mid control. Why not? You know that they're not going to have everything in the buy.
Smoke break, no one home. Pressure quick onto Techno's cave. He's conceded the space.
Yeah, that smoke means nothing.
Blitz to lend a hand. Zera. Ooh, had a opportunity there onto Dilladez towards Heaven. But an opening kill once more. Next to Bet Boom. Dilladez the one to provide it. Now just waltzing forward is MztrDale. He's going to try and burrow himself towards Red Room. And this pack rolling towards Donut. Flammer's going to be that late PZ main, and that's Mzinho's responsibility. If he can find Flammer's, it's going to free him up to help Blitz. They're hearing it. Flammer's waiting for a reaction. the work and pressure onto Blitz. Does well, reveals his position. Now A-Main can play, and Flamus does get caught. Mazinho's done well, as does 910. Catches the bomb, spews forward onto the site. Very uncomfortable for BetBoom. And now Zorti with the AWP, it just feels insurmountable. He's surrounded. Techno's locked the door behind him, has to fight forward. Nice shot and trade from Blitz. Mongols break their silence. Took 6 rounds before we saw another CT round.
Yeah, good rotation there, right? They lose their B defender. They were already stacked towards that site, and they heavily rotate towards A. So good understanding of the situation. And they handle this one. So the fact they had so many bodies entrenched, it's always nice if you have somebody in A main and they're coming A through donut. Alleviates an awful lot of pressure there. So well done, but it needs to be more. Another one of those required to break the money of BetBoom late in this first half.
Boosting the AWP up and oh wow, just caught. Mazinho charges into middle, catches MztrDale trying to edge the smoke, and now they know the AWP was boosted ramp.
Forcing him into B.
Clear indication it's going to be that B site. A test for CobraZera.
Too late.
Shallow smoke though. Makes the fights weird. Techno dancing around the smoke as well. Concerned about the cave wrap. Spam from Blitz has Dilladez low. More damage inflicted. Techno unprepared for Dilladez. 15 HP all he has to work with after the HE's done with him, and Incendiary gets him lower. CobraZera back turned as he dips away. That information will be relayed. The bomb is on the back of Dilladez here. And those smokes will likely fade. Still up on long side, short open, and that's the bomb retrieval, costing Boomich everything. Loses his life, and now they're losing everyone. Zorti in it to win it though.
Bullet.
He's hitting every shot, just one bullet and not ready for Blitz. Tied up scoreline. And finally, broken late, as you highlighted. That could signal Mongols at least having the lion's share of the rounds.
They traded for ops.
Important opening kill in middle there, right? The fact that it alleviates the pressure, plus also gives you all the information that you've stuffed that choke point was key. I think as well, when you look at the opening kills, they've been few and far between, really. You have Cobra on lighter buy rounds getting 2 with a Deagle. He gets 2 A main in that 1 round, but otherwise it's been hit and miss. So BetBoom in the key rounds have been winning out those openers. Somebody with some extra cash has decided to bring in an AK. Final round, they will get 2,400 loss, so he'd love to be able to at least keep Mongols limited in the finances and get the bomb down. Bit of a recovery here for the Mongols. They can still win this half, but right now they should be guaranteed the 6th. Nothing being offered up to Zorti so far. He'll have to go searching. Crossfire established between Blitz on the long side and Cobra tucked into the cubby. 9-10, well, he draws first blood. Manager's out mid. Now the B steps. This should be a farm fest. Cobra, one and done. The trade is there.
Zorti does what he was supposed to. Trades, but loses out. Catches Blitz just in the open. Bomb gets down, and it is a 2-on-3 with at least an M4 on Dilladez, and he's lost his teammate there to the spam. Blitz, good for it. 20 bullets and 3 targets for Dilladez. Known on the ramp, forced forward, just has to stand and deliver, unable to do so for another Mongols round.
Okay, they're holding on. This B-bomb side is feeling pretty ugly in terms of the hold right now for the Mongols, but they're still able to convert. They grab the final one before we have.
But then Vitality actually watching behind their back, literally.
Pistols played so far, Mongols have won them all. Right? So if they win 6 from 6 and they end up losing this series somehow, that's astonishing.
And this Vitality, that's Vitality's platform.
Cobra gets 1, and I think that might be the crutch for him with the amount of times he's jumped away from action with the back turned. It's kind of wild. Well, maybe it's back to mid. That's where they found so much success early, BetBoom.
Yeah, the nade does find his target. Thrown out towards middle.
He was so blind.
This is also a play that they had within the early stage of this map, right? Have Boomich sell just a standard round over towards B and execute in towards A. MztrDale has the smokes ready. 910's going to be here in time to post the AWP up from Temple.
He's got to hit that first shot here. We've seen this flashbang. It bounces off the floor. Catches the AWP. And now progression. Flamus going to start to make his run. Knife out, straight around the corner. Flammers just puts a bullet into the smoke and into the skull. Mazinho's gone. They've got access to the site now, and it's a long rotation. Blitz, however, flirting with this elbow push. It's held by Boomage. This is a very key fight here, and it looks like Boomage has absolutely booked him. Looking good, set to succeed, set for a dead even half. Who needs a pistol when you can win them on the gun rounds? Techno and 910. Half-hearted on the retake, very little they can do.
6 rounds, and the 6 is the one that stands out. The jewel in the crown there for Bet Boom. It's the Flammus MztrDale 2v4 that sets this team alight. We're tied up at half.
Obrazera.
Acompáñame a preparar.
The closest half we've seen all series, and it's on the third and deciding map in this opening game between Bet Boom and the Mongols. We're getting our first taste of what the Mongols are bringing to the major, and as of yet, the jury's out as to what we can glean from this. I mean, they can win pistols, I can tell you that much.
They've been great at that. Let's see if they keep it up. 6 from 6, that'd be a special.
No, it wouldn't if you can't win the map. Come on, now.
Wow.
Let's see.
They've had their struggles, that's for sure, but late little resurgence there. I would have put a patch of 3 at the tail end of the half to tie things up.
Will they
have a chance in this?
100% pistol win rate. Slow and steady. Boomage with that reactive flash. Looks like he'll hold on to it.
That flash is the key, right? Because Zorti and Flammus are both going to try and come in through Donut, surely.
And Boomage, oh, he's hitting headies. He's doing some serious hard work. 2 quick clicks. He's still got that util.
There's the flash.
This has got to be BetBoom's first pistol. It's a very big one as well at a 6-6 half. Third map. Here they come, flooding out of Donut. 5 alive. BetBoom have done it. A pistol round in the series goes their way.
You got Boomage letting out a roar as well. They're happy with that. And yeah, he did the heavy lifting.
What were those first 2 clicks?
I don't know if the second one was intentional, but either way.
Yeah, maybe.
It's going to count.
Oops.
Okay, the fadeaway there. He was playing his life at that moment. And then Flammus comes through the full trust. It's a bomb going down. Does facilitate a Mongol's force. Boomage is happy with that one. Okay. Cobra in with the Galil. Tech Knights for 2 Deagles for the others. Cave Smoke and Red Smoke.
7-6.
Boomage and Dorty look to shut down middle. They'll go what they're looking for. Late mid control. See with Blitz throwing that molly, he wanted to limit anybody scaling close to the smoke. So they got the space that they were hoping for. They throw a second wave, so Donut now dabbed in. Let's a 9-10 walk out. 9-10's Deagle, it's been hitting.
Cobra is exposed by that, but it's actually Flammus that goes down. So there's that one rifle providing the opening. Can you make good on that? Can you convert?
They're blocking Donut. I think they need to cool off.
Yeah, but now that enables Zorti to be in such a power position. Looks like Cobra's not ready for this at all. The off angle, Profits goes for the multi, just sprays them all down.
Nice one.
Just the one is all you're getting, says BetBoom. Over the top, spots the tip of the head, and it's clean.
Right, this is a chance now for BetBoom to extend this lead. It should be a freebie up against an eco. I'll remind everybody how this started. Dust 2 a couple of hours ago now, but it was absolute demolishing in that first half of play. It was 9-3, but 9-10 was just putting on an absolute show. Opening kills, looking great on the AWP. And
he looked incredible.
He was. I thought, okay, this is the Mongols we're getting this major, apparently. They've been practicing this time.
And then over the course of the series, Dust 2 just kind of faded from my memory.
Especially the fact that they got both Mirage and Ancient, which are historically some of their stronger maps. And looking to be the 2 maps that they could drop in losing this series. So, boom. Just going to wipe this one away. Blitz goes down first. The rest should follow easily as MztrDale, he's not even going to get the chance. Zorti, he wants the eco bash. Takes 2 more for his troubles. Flash high. Not going to cost them anything. Plumage sharp as you like in 9-10. Followed by Techno. That'll be the round. 9-6, 3-round gap. 5 staying alive.
I said the
back in now.
Mongols actually practice this map.
Vitality and Foot.
They're focusing
all set up.
on
They're all ready to go.
Ancient?
And likely outside now having the conversation before we get their match started. It's coming up next.
Is it Nuke? The interview earlier.
See how this first gun round on the T side fares. Boomage breaks the smoke, but Blitz had already made it across. And Mantle up. This might catch MztrDale completely unprepared for that. He thought the info mid would have been relayed.
Direct pathing there from Blitz, so a big move.
Might find more here. Dilatez is going looking. And Blitz already further forward than he's ready for. Captain Blitz. Too good. Zorti spamming smokes, hoping to catch something with a stray bullet. It's actually Techno that's removed him, and Flammer's caught looking the wrong way. Nearly flawless. Boomage the one to put the blemish on the record, but it's just for an AK. It's just to bring through to the next, and it's Mongols.
Blitz is the man hunting, right? I'm not sure how many times he's going to be able to be the space taker and creator. I know that as the in-game leader, he plays some of these more, I don't want to call them selfish positions, but more like the star positions, right? The space creator spots, and on the CT side, some of the more higher output positions. So if he's able to get away with a move like that again, huge. But if not, they're going to need to be able to dig a little bit deeper as Techno cleans the board. Boomage goes down, and there'll have to be the full reinvestment from BetBoom
Don't worry about that. There's plenty of cash to splash. So he can get his AWP. They can have the full buy. Just depends on how they want to apply themselves into this next gun round. But this happened so quick. Look at that. A minute 37 on the clock. There's a bullet in the back of your head. And then Dilladez not expecting that. Just some fast pathing. Techno with the knockout blow. So he does get the AWP. There's a kit on Dilladez. One on Boomich as well. So everything that they'd hope for if they do find themselves in a post plant. Starting heavy B this round at BetBoom. They want to try and play for space. Same opener, Cobra. There's a lot of damage there getting out. Making it look like the last round, but this time investigating over towards A. Cobra's been good with a couple of these openers.
I mean, Zorti's going to be there to support Boom. And AWP is in a power position now. Perfect angle from Boomich. Nearly found two. Not ideal for Zorti's AWP. Now his position triangulated here on the Temple side. Not going to hit his second bullet either. And wow, Mazinho will just taps the head of Dilladez. No smoke. Enables the fight at range for the AWP as well, though. But the bomb's going to be pathing through on 910's back through the donut side. He's going to stand in the flames. Nearly loses all of his health. 10 HP, but Flammer's finding Mazinho.
MztrDale is the man right now.
Right. If Techno goes down, this round is on.
He's heard him. He knows. Shadow.
Yeah, he knows exactly what's up. MztrDale still can't hack it.
Aim.
Good kill from Techno. That should secure the round.
I want to hang around to see if anyone oversteps the mark. There's a lot to lose right now.
That's only Techno's 6th kill, but it is going to enable Mongols to post an 8th.
Yeah, he heard MztrDale first. MztrDale then spotted the Shadow, right? So they both had the information on the fight. Techno, just more conviction on the duel, wins that one out. He loses that. That could be round going with it. This is punishment right now from Blitz, as if he can find anything on this hunt. Bomb's about to go off, so he's going to get 5 seconds after the detonation. And as he sweeps in, it's the AWP, low HP. He's going to be able to take this one for free. There it is. And then other with the back turn. Flammus, can he get to the AWP in time? No. Will retain the M4. And a timeout called by Fierce. So BetBoom take the 30 seconds. First of all, assess the money. Run around roughly the 2.5 mark. Boomich could go M4. Flammus could drop a Flammus into the mix if he'd really like, but I think the best option right now is to concede the 9th, just go for a lighter buy. Well, not concede. Make some type of a plan around this M4. Right, try and insert Flammus into the play, see if he can get a multi. He definitely can. This is the type of kid you want in Chaos. Try and get as much output as you can with limited investment. And the next round, you'll be able to full buy, get all the bells and whistles. Man, just knew that was the duel.
This is when the pressure really starts to mount.
Yeah, Blitz is having a map, 17 kills. Necessary on Ancient with the positions he plays. So Flammus will start the M4 over towards Donut. Maybe they're hoping for the boost if there's a Donut smoke catcher player scaling, but they're not going to get offered that. So they just start searching immediately.
I mean, Cobra Zera, if he does just hang around in this elbow, it feels like he's destined to find some friction with this Flammus and M4, but also the Boomich USP supporting him.
Yeah, Cobra's been involved in a lot of opening duels. Again, a bunch of them were in lighter buy situations with a dig. But he's been involved in the most so far for Mongols on this map.
That's a good Molotov. Channels them both into this corner. Boom, it does still want to bait them in. Do you clear it? You don't. Baited in by Boom, and Flammus is M4 now licking his lips. He's going for the crazy maneuver. Mongols unprepared. It's quick trade from Blitz. Valiant opportunity. You have to go for something like that. But hang on, MztrDale with his 5-7. Now Dilladez trying to scoop something up. A second through the smoke. Gets weird. Should be fine for the plant.
It's a CT plant. MztrDale is heading back towards CT spawn.
Okay, so 910's going to dip into the Temple side. MztrDale has already found more than he was worth.
They should freaking, like, let them push forward until they line up.
Smoke on the bomb. That's going to cause chaos.
That's a bit scary. You know? You're going to start to panic if you're Mongols. You hear that sound. Now you've lost 910 in the panic. You just have to come up clutch, Mazinho. Have you got it in? Yeah, he's in the flash, and BetBoom have stolen one away. Outrageous. It was a save them M4 and pistols. They leave with a 10th round, an AWP and an M4.
I'm surprised not seeing a bigger celebration out of that for that absolute daylight robbery that we've just seen. You got the crowd surge right there. Flammers has to pull the trigger in that situation, immediately traded, right? I love the move. It's the only gun they have. You have to make this type of a play. I don't think he gets punished for it.
Let them line up first, man.
In this situation. That's a huge kill from Dillides. And also the problem is it is the AWP, right? So as soon as the smoke goes down, MztrDale is the only one that can try and get them off of the bomb. That is a round snatched away. That was the chance to tie things up, and now BetBoom have the lead off of an eco with one saved gun.
Yeah, now it's Mongols whose guns are looking a little worse for wear. We could get a head-to-head here. Yep, we do. 9-10 removing Zorti. MagnaJez wants to find that equalizer. It's into 9-10 Zorp and does jiggle bait the shot. Cobra safe from the spam.
Look at the stack from the CTs. Flammers has all this A main control. They're able to hedge their bets over towards B. They have the bodies in the right place, unless there's a pivot from the Mongols.
It's not stopping, just relentless through the wall bang. Dillides tucks in, forced away, and now they can run them down. Beautiful. Tech9, Mag-10, surge forward, takes space, boom in the cave for one back. But surely Flammers even getting caught by Blitz here. Yeah, okay, confirms his location. Nothing he can do as far as winning the round is concerned.
I might just have to save again. Oof. Fortunate for the flash, 9-10. Doesn't catch him on the spot. Techno for the hunt. Cobra's dropped the secondary AWP and picked up something a little bit nicer. They couldn't get it done against the eco, but getting it done on a lighter by their own. So we go tit for tat once more.
Horrible death for Dillides as well, just catching so much flak through the boards and then getting run at the same moment you're trying to take shelter from the wall bank.
The stack was good, right? Boomich was also an unknown factor over towards cave. It's just not enough individual output there. Oh, okay, and they've still got the smile on the face somehow. Flammers can drop an M4. Sort of can by himself. Same as Boomich, so it is going to work out for another BetBoom buy. This one's going to be down to the wire, right? Neither team with any real loss bonus. We're talking 1,900 for BetBoom if they lose the next round, only 1,400 for the Mongols. Getting broken late, map 3 could be game over.
Techno spots the shoulder of MagnaJez and his nade.
Oh, sticky nade.
Yeah, he's anticipated the reposition. Instead, just softens two of the cave players up. Look at this from Blitz and Cobra. Flammers pushing in. Zinnia was on that gap. An audible rotate. Zorti the same. This is actually the perfect gap. How are they not ready for that? Blitz clotheslines the AWP. And Dillides up close too. That molly's designed for him. He goes swinging on in, gets away, dips away, but the flames find him from the grave. It's a 4-on-3. Hang on a second. They can surely go and pressure MagnaJez. He's alone on B. Cobra's error's behind him. Boomich is trying to lend a hand, but a little too hasty.
That's so desperate, isn't it?
That is knife out. Zinnia's going to get another one here. Maybe not. Flammers does find his head necessary. It's still like just a 10 tied up.
See if they can get a better gun for MagnaJez and save again, right? Remember, the loss bonus is the big point of the game right now. So we're going to be tied up, sure. 1,900 going into next means an eco, but as long as they have a couple of guns, they can stay somewhat threatening, and they're not being hunted this time. I think the Mongols realize they need the finances as well.
Maybe MagnaJez can do what he did with the 5-7 once more.
The Mongols are finding their safe haven out to hold on to these guns. That will be the round. Now, the fact that Zorti's not ready, I couldn't quite believe that. Caught off guard, just in rotation, and then everything from that point felt desperate. Right, they understand they were out of position, rotating in. You could tell the execute was coming. The Mongols are holding on.
And Blitz is a big reason as to why.
He's even had 2 TKs in this map, so Zorti just completely bamboozled by this. Blitz just puts him down. Zinnia hears the hasty moves of Boomich.
I score 10-10.
Okay, so it will be some light investments behind the safes, but again, already saw them win a round like this with even less. Can they do it once more?
All eyes on MagnaJez and Flammers to be the hero that BetBoom need when you're all tied up 10-10 at the late stages of a third and deciding map.
I'm going to boost over this.
Yeah, okay. That's not an angle you're going to be necessarily ready for, I say that. Blitz is spotting. Oh, wow, MztrDale just unloads his mag. Hang on, Flammus and MztrDale have both managed to draw blood. Sure, MztrDale is gone. 9-10 made sure of that. Now Flammus removed.
And they can't get his gun right now.
If you try, you're surely going to go down here.
Boomic just has to go wide.
Position. He's going to try and pull the cross set. Peeking in. Wow, Dilladez quick to it. Good.
If I want to.
Techno trying his luck. Now he's catching flat. Going to have to try and throw your nades.
Not ready for this.
Not ready for Zorti.
USP could do it.
He's just going to shoot you in the head. Oh! Okay, still somehow got the bomb planted. It should be over. Again, Bet Boom, with just a couple of saved rifles, have got themselves an 11th round. Unless Techno can do the impossible, it's planted open. He's not even going to try.
He's got the kit. The round's done.
That's an 11th for Bet Boom, stealing another one.
Their last 2 rounds have been ecos.
Why is he using
2 rounds have been ecos.
pistol?
You're not winning the map if you're losing rounds like this. And that looked like the perfect little pug move. Boost over the smoke, the damage being done. Then Flammer swings out heaven while the attention is drawn.
I couldn't believe he just commits the whole mag.
Absolutely beautiful stuff here, just playing off of each other. The teamwork continues. 2 men in cave. I think they're going to swing. They want the info. No, the fight comes to them. And then just commits to the plant. 9-10.
No wonder Mara's taken his 3rd and final timeout for that one. You've got to somehow shake that off.
Still better without the guns. They're not backing down from the moment. The fact that they've kept the grit and determination. Holding on to this one. Boomic knows they can put them away with this. It'll be 12, and then the money absolutely in shambles.
And you highlighted that they were going to test their map pool in the best of 3s. Certainly seeing signs of life already. Techno's Mac 10 trying to solo sell the B lane control with sound cues. Now mid with the majority. Just Hail Mary burst through the smoke there as they replenish red.
Now, if they don't smoke donut, Zordi should have at least a kill here.
Yeah, and it's not a favorable fight for 9-10. Cobra catching flak. Oh, the flash perfectly forces Zorti off the line. He's back of Donut with the AWP though. Throws out a flash of his own design, but peeking into 9-10 results in an opening kill for the Mongols. Zorti cut out of the round. Flammers to take his place. A couple of extra nades and a must-win. Oh, he's gonna be dead! He's in so much trouble. They'll double swing him. 2 different angles. Cobra Zero overwhelms the defense, and now that A site is flying the Mongolian flag.
Well, they're boxed in still. Techno still around heaven, so if they want to go for the save, they are going to need to find a path of least resistance or deal with this man on the screen right now. MztrDale still gun out. Techno yet to make a move for the hunt, just monitoring if they are trying to slip through doors. So they have definitely understood that it will be the save. Now it's about what they can do about it. Boomic, that's the heaven presence. There's more where that came from. AWP's going to post up on the line. That'll liberate the movement to Techno now.
He's going to have to find velocity. Oh, wow. Oh, he's so nimble. You see how hard that was to track for MztrDale loses out. No rifle for you.
The seesaw of the finances for BetBoom. It's going to happen to them again, right? Once more, they end up finding themselves in such a tough situation. If they can hold on to these guns with the residual cash on Dilladez, he goes down. There could have been a buy around this. You have to ask yourself the question again.
Nice score.
How do they proceed forward? Boomic can't hold on to the M4. And we're tied up once more.
Yeah, but you've got real problems, real financial jeopardy.
Yeah, Fierce just hit the timeout button. You've already won 2 ecos. Are you really going to get away with winning a 3rd?
No.
You have to, the timing here for Flammus, you got to feel for him, don't you? Gets there, gets the nades in his hands, goes to throw it out, and they're already in his face. There's been a couple of moments like that that have cost BetBoom. But this one's gone the distance.
Now they know what that means as well. They know their opponent is just like scrounging for pennies at this point.
Yeah, they're able to bring out 2 M4s into this buy. And I think the fact you have won rounds with less makes you feel at least some level of confidence. Okay, they're prioritizing the AWP. Dilladez has had enough to drop that across. It means that he just has to operate with a Deagle. There's a 5.7, an MP9.
That's a lot of pressure onto the AWP.
Yeah, well, that means Zordi might have to play forward in a round like this. Looks like they might just put him There's a ward over towards A just for info. So standard start. I say standard, it's just one man on B, just MztrDale.
They want to fight this. Smoke break red, spots exposed, nice shots.
Nice one. Nice one. Ooh.
Ooh! Nice up from Techno. He knows he's got Boomage dead to rights, and that nade should be the end of Boom.
Dead.
2v2. He could have just completely lost the round if he walked through that smoke. MztrDale lingers. A dangerous game being played. MztrDale, we know what he can do on that 5-7, and he's doing it again. Takes down the AWP, Techno thrust into the clutch, and MztrDale just playing for the info. I think he may have spotted him on the pixel, and Zorti secures it. Oh, despite Techno's best efforts to claw something back, it's going to be BetBoom with an opportunity, series point or overtime.
And the last 6 rounds of play, the 3 that BetBoom have won have all been broken, battered buys. This is insane that they've got the grit to be able to hold on to these. Techno, trying as he might right here, does everything to clear out middle, but then left in a 1v2 situation. The rotation was already there, and we go again. Round number 24. Couple of SMGs for both sides, complemented by the rifles, and away we go.
Awkward for Boomage. Extinguish provided. CobraZera across to the big box. He's getting hectic off the flash. They've closed the gap. They know you're there. Tracks him still. CobraZera surrounded. And removed. Neutralized by Flammers. They've got full lane control. This is it. They're walking through the smoke. The back is turned. Mazinho booked. BetBoom fighting for this. Just 2 kills away from doing it in regulation. You've got to admire the tenacity from BetBoom. Once, fine, twice, but 3 times. Finances in the bin. You've managed to wrestle together for a round. And now Blitz and 910, AK's worse for wear, walking into Flammers domain. BetBoom to start off stage 3. It's been a long journey for them, and they take down the Mongols in regulation.
Yep.
A 4-3 map affair, but that's a
Goodbye,
statement
Mongols.
from BetBoom.
What a turnaround. Stage 3 teams. Mongols, the first one up to bat, and no problem. You look at the stage 1 team to stage 2 team, sure, but these are the household squads up to bat. And BetBoom take care of business in beautiful fashion. This was a gritty game. This had it all. And the fact that they were able to pull out so many of those rounds where they had absolutely no chance. Mongols, you're going to be left with a bit of egg on the face. Sure, this is your first taste of Cologne for 2026, but it's an L in the column to begin.
Extra shout out to Flammers as well, a big part of that. Top of the tables with 22 frag, but a full team effort. I mean, the synergy, the comms.
Hey, that's it for today, guys.
Flowing, and BetBoom, doesn't matter what
I'll be
they've
seeing
got,
you again
what the buy looks
tomorrow.
like, what little they managed to save. They managed to turn those rounds on their head.
Continuing to be unpredictable are BetBoom, tough to deal with. And when these individuals, they hit and they hit hard. I'm going to throw this down to the interview.